that people were actually stealing other people's Amazon PlayStation 5 from Amazon order. So I had to make sure that I got
Oh, wow.
yeah, it is that bad.
Definitely was. You know what else?
What?
We're also live.
And
And we,
we're live.
You have to make this live like so soon. Right?
Hello, everyone. Epic Steve here. Let me mute this TV because Viacom will strike us.
yeah. Good thing I have already mine's muted.
Where's my remote?
Even though I'm hosting this time. Greetings everyone, this is Master Minnows. How have you guys been? Thankfully I've been preparing for this holiday special. Especially due to the roast we're going to go through before all the other normal topics. Now let's get into the other intros. Suko?
This is Nicole San Diego. What's poppin'? This is your favorite Hispanic. What's good?
Hot Side.
Yo, this your boy Hot Sot, the regular guest, and it's great to be back.
DC.
DC.
Oh, darn it, he's not here, sorry. Suko.
That was him.
Oh, now DC's here. Oh, wow.
That was him just then.
Yeah.
He just said his name.
I've checked Skype. Suko dipped and DC's here now.
DC's been here. He was talking about PS5.
Oh.
Yeah.
Go ahead with your intro, DC.
He did.
Oh, darn it!
DC.
Good thing this is the last show of the year.
You can blame this mostly because of the Christmas and holiday season. Everyone's franticking and doing all their own stuff and trying to get ready for the holiday celebrate, but it's been it's been a bad year and a good year and a weird year and a year to really hopefully forget one day.
Yeah. Yeah, especially weird.
My holiday depression just kicked in, so yeah.
Your holiday what just kicked in?
Holiday depression just kicked in, so
yeah. I had that last night, so I'm good today.
All right.
Or I'm just too hyped up on caffeine. One of the two.
Let's get into these sponsors, and we have one feature site. But first off, let's do the rest of them.
All right. Did you get the new link I sent you? That's the new link for Get Response.
Oh, darn it, I didn't.
All right, just look in your thing.
First off, innerserver.net. Now they're having a web hosting the holiday sale and they reduced the price to just $250 per month. So if you want some website help, good chances are internet servers for you.
Yeah, I mean, you can't beat that price at least.
Can I just buy like 10 years worth and just right now?
Oh yeah, probably.
All up front, just $25. I'm good. Oh,
all
no,
right.
That's not even $25. That's wow. My math is. Yeah, I'm not thinking straight today. Forgive me, guys.
Holiday season, man. Holiday season.
Holiday time, everyone.
Yep.
Also, Razer.
Yo, I'm gonna switch.
For those that still want some shiny new gear here, good chances are Razers for you.
Can they help you out with the monitor? They can help you out with the monitor. They can help you out with speakers. They can help you out with professional grade earphones. They can help you out with anything you need in your gaming needs.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
You can.
Okay, awesome.
There's still this
Definitely
holiday
need to
gift
hit up
guide
that
if you're
link.
interested in that here.
It's Razor. Let's go to razor.com on my end. Yeah.
Yeah, that snake is cute.
Yes, it is.
Enough of that. Then Daz 3D. If you happen to be a 3D modeler or want to create anything of the sort, extremely good chances are Daz is for you. You can get
You
started
create your
this for
own
free.
3D universe, explore the most versatile 3D modeling software. It is compatible with Blender, Mixamo, Adobe, like pretty much all the Adobe products, all the Autodesk products. It is compatible with the Unity game engine, with the Unreal Engine, and it has NVIDIA Iray, which is one of the most powerful renderers you can have that doesn't eat up your computer. So I mean, shout out to Dash 3D.
Oh, nice.
Or you can just ask these guys. So.
Yep.
I'm right here.
Yeah.
We got you.
If you're able to DM them, have at it. Just don't post anything weird, okay?
I mean, you can post something weird, but just don't do it on here. Just like
you will get
direct.
blocked.
Yeah.
So
Don't let Epic do all that blocking now, because he will block you in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Epic about the Animator Survival Kit. This is a big ass book. I underestimated how big this shit is. This book is.
Oh yeah. And that's the new link I sent you.
No, it's not. Sadly.
Go to the new link in your Skype.
The last one is get response. But watch your. But just a moment. Yeah, this is one of the biggest boomer moments I've done all year.
Okay,
Yeah.
Boomer. What is this? Oh, 6%? Oh, I probably get a battery.
Go charge your stuff.
Yeah. There we are. And get response. If you're still having trouble sorting your website, extremely good chances are get responses for you. Right now they have the basic for $15 a month. But if you want to take it even further, there's the plus program and the professional program. Also, there's this Matt's program, but I really don't recommend this unless you're a really professional here. Because that sounds higher than the professional one.
What's that?
That's just me.
The get response is that it's an email thing?
Yeah.
I kind of like zoned out. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it can do email marketing. I'm pretty much showing them almost every feature within the programs.
Yep.
Hardcore here is asking me your favorite Hispanic wartime.
Also, about that, the Cole San Diego happens to be featuring the website.
Yes. This is my website, my lovable loves. So what you can do after this podcast, check it out.
Yeah.
It's not just me on this website. I have other friends as well on this website. So if you need anything pertaining to graphic web design, album covers, media art and animation, music production, anything of that nature, just feel free to come onto this website. Check this out.
All right.
Yep, and some of us might actually if Nicole's okay with it, which we talked about for a minute, but we'll talk about a little more later on after the podcast, is we'll do our best to like see if we can all get on her website if she's cool with it.
No, I'm cool with it. Y'all just got it, you know.
Oh yeah.
I'm cool.
All right.
Yeah, and that's if we're able to down the line.
Yeah.
And I will actually say with the website too, we're doing only emails right now because, of course, we got jobs outside of YouTube. But you know, we'll do emails for now, and maybe later we'll later on down the road we may end up adding our numbers. Maybe. But
Oh,
I'm
whenever
back.
oh,
My
good.
computer died on me.
Ugh,
That thing just died. It
ugh.
said, "Is it going to sleep?" I was like, "No."
F for respects.
That was funny.
yeah.
Anything else to go on before we start?
No, let's go ahead.
I'm good. Let's go.
See.
So first off, we have to go into this major. We have to go into this major topic because there was an extreme scare at first that everyone was saying this is going to really damage the internet. Mainly because a lot of articles were miswording what just happened there. There was a C virus bill, and buried within it happened to be a copyright law that basically gives you 10 years prison if you happen to be streaming illegally. But this was definitely poorly worded. But with this article, and after a bit of research, the air is. I can pretty much say that the air is cleared. So if you're doing a private chat or something, you're fine. If you're streaming games and stuff with copyright related rules already in place, depending on where you're streaming, you're still good here.
That's weird. I think they would try to give you 10 years for that.
Yeah. And as it turns out, the new felony streaming measure is aimed at piracy services, not any streamers from Twitch or anywhere.
All right.
Yeah, after looking into this article at hand, this is mainly aiming at pirate services that happen to be monetized for some reason. Once again, if you're just streaming to mind your own business, you're fine. If you're just doing a private thing on some Discord server or something, you're fine.
But doesn't that mean then who's this really going to attack then? Because I'm not understanding who's the pirates in this scenario.
You are.
Hey.
Oh, I didn't mean to say that word.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Yeah.
But no, like seriously, if it's not for streamers, but it's going against people that's like, who are you going to easily win a court case against? Oh, I was playing this game and I was streaming it. It's okay.
Yeah, that's what everyone was scared of yesterday. Well, as of recording this.
It's aimed at piracy. Okay, well, piracy is copying of that thing, so I don't understand who is this. I'll have to read more into this. I'm not going to take up the whole segment here.
Yeah, whenever it comes to government, they know nothing about anything, because a lot of them are just old people who don't even use or do any of the stuff we do. So that's why I say we need younger people in office, just because older people aren't really sure what's going on. They just hear something like, that sounds bad, let us do something, without actually knowing the full, picture.
Yeah, this is why people are calling for an age cap. There's an age requirement and also an age cap, so you'll age out on being whatever they're doing or something. this is yeah. That was to make sure that no old heads it's right really messed up laws and cause severe chaos.
Well, to me, even this is still the stupidest thing I've ever heard of, though.
Yeah.
Because it's felony. It's a felony, and a felony goes with you wherever you go later on in life. If you get a felony on your permanent record, like you had a felony, usually felonies are like heinous crimes.
Yeah, like murder in the works.
A felony for it. You could kiss my. I'm not gonna say it. Anyways, it's way. They shouldn't have signed this. They're retarded. Let's just find a new government.
Definitely. And Epic's mute again. Darn it. Anyone else got something before we move to the regular topics?
Nope. I think we got Nicole on a phone call, and no blaming to her. She needs to deal with it. She needs to deal with. And Epic's probably trying to fix his battery issues.
Oh yeah,
right.
Epic.
Sorry, I had to take a phone call, so I muted myself.
Okay. Right. Any further thoughts on this topic at hand?
About a 10-year thing?
Yeah.
About a felony charge for streaming counted as piracy.
Yeah, they're talking about with movies, games, all this other stuff, and like I said, it's just a bunch of old people who don't know anything, so it doesn't really matter. I mean, they know nothing, and this was never going to go through, so people were worried. I wasn't worried, so this would never go through, and it didn't. So.
Yeah, thankfully it won't go that. It won't be that enforced, because this is one of the dumbest things I've ever heard all year.
And apparently, this was not proposed by California. It was proposed by Utah. Weird.
Oh.
Hello. Yeah,
hey. Yeah, we hear
Hey,
you.
DC.
Who the heck cares about Utah's opinion? I'm just joking to the Utah people.
I
know. I am.
Yeah, this was like, I guess I think his name was Tom Tillis or something. Apparently, like a lot of big corporations lobbying him, and he was trying to get this to push inside of a bill that nobody was really paying attention to. And I wouldn't say it's like people who doesn't know about this. I'd say that he was trying to sneak it in there, and I think he successfully snuck it in there. And the whole bill is very vague because it can literally be like it. You say that it couldn't, but it also could be. But right now, let's just see what happens. But he knows exactly what he's done. So I'm not.
He knows what he's done. He just wants to be able to claim up to $30,000 in damages.
Yeah.
But for that to be a felony crime, that's retarded to me. That's just like. Sorry, I know some people don't like the word retard, but
it doesn't matter.
Just
this nice
so
podcast.
Yeah.
That's just so out there. Is like unfathomable stupidity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this turned out more stupid. This turned out more stupid than the very last topic we're going to deal with. But still, this was bad nonetheless. We had to put this here.
Yeah, like I said, it's not going to be enforced, and we already knew it wouldn't. But yeah, they should do sneaking something in there because lobbyists, no one cares.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's more like it's not just out of date. It's more like if companies gave money to a right politician and gets them in office. It could be depending on the politician it could be very, very dangerous. I really want people to get money out of politics because if we put something that people don't want in companies, it'd be like pretty much pro-company. Because I don't know what a lot of people think about. Like, please, you should understand that this is America. Where remember, democracy is supposed to be a thing, not an oligarchy, but sadly we turned into that. So I don't really know what else to say.
But this way, we need people in office that's going to think of every perspective and not just their own pockets or their own benefits from it.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a really bad track record, unfortunately.
Yeah, we still have a lot of problem with office, but
Mhm.
I don't think we're ever going to figure it out. I think we just need a new government. Take from what we know, learn from it, build a better.
Okay.
Well, technicality, in America, we can get a new government, but it has to be like a majority people thing.
Yeah.
Because if you remember, I think it's in our amendment that if we don't like the state of the government, if everybody choose to vote it out, we can.
Yeah.
I just don't think everybody reads about it. I just don't think everybody read our amendments or anything like that, or played close to it.
Well,
Even
the
though
thing is,
try to
it's like
impede the influence is good.
it's like the same thing as succeeding. If a state, the state officials decide to succeed from the U.S. itself, like what is it? A few years ago, it was Detroit that was trying to succeed, and now it's more about Texas trying to succeed because of COVID-related issues. If multiple states decide to succeed at once, they can't really stop them. So, yeah.
All right. No, we don't have anything further, do we?
Nope.
Just just pretty much just read your amendments.
Yeah, please.
A lot of people, a lot of people are getting violent. Just
You didn't miss anything, Nicole. We were talking about the new. We were still on the first topic of Congress accidentally approved of a streaming charge that could cause a felony.
Yeah,
If you
felony,
decide
10 years
to
in prison.
Yep.
Dang,
Yeah.
that Belmont got messed up.
Yeah.
Shout out to my boy Jojo the Hobo.
Also, side note, does anybody know why Philadelphia was like fucking trending on fucking Twitter on this
Because
time?
because Thursday, I think, or Friday, she's gonna be releasing her first adult film.
Who?
She's
The girl
going
who
with
sold
that line
Bad
again. Last time she did that, she baited her followers hard.
Apparently, this time it's gonna be for real, and she's gonna sell the condom
Oh,
to the
dear.
highest bidder. But
Why?
that's
Oh,
neither here nor
dear.
there. Yeah.
I got issues with that.
Yeah, I have major issues with that.
That's. I think my brain just broke.
I think the world just broke.
Yeah.
I think
Well, don't
Sims
read.
are getting out.
The world broken since current you're -1.
You can't say simps anymore because of Twitch. But
Can that be a new?
So glad
great
we don't do
segment?
Twitch. But that's actually a later topic.
Let's segment
Yeah,
to the next
that would be
topic.
a great segment.
Yeah. I had to
We're
put
gonna
in the
segue
Clown
our
World
way
visual
out of here.
before the Christmas visual. Ugh. Bad news, man. Holy crapola.
holy smoke.
Many thanks to King's Group of whoever is the artist of this.
Yeah. No, it's weird.
Mm-hmm. We're definitely moving it. If you remember the KFC console from back in June, yeah, many of us actually thought it was a joke. Turns out, it's actually a real thing. And it is able, and once again, this thing is able to play games. And it is also able to warm your chicken or any other snack, or almost any other snack.
That's so dumb.
If you don't know, Bud Light also made a console with a projector, but it was like a Kickstarter though.
But that's so dumb.
Forgot
Dumb
to...
or genius?
Dumb.
Genius.
Both genius.
No, it's dumb.
Yeah, why not
I
both?
could have one of those. Look, if they didn't take the game console aspect into account, and they just made that so it'd be like right next to you as you're enjoying a movie or something on a couch, all for it. Or if it just had a projector in it and you could play movies off it, all for it. But no, you're going to have a game console in there. Heck no. That is dumb. It's just really dumb.
Don't worry, they can have at it.
Like, legitimately, it's a cool idea. Like, I understand if trademark on this idea, but if someone makes a recliner that has a mini fridge in one arm and a hot fridge in the other arm, so you could have hot food and cold food as you're watching movies and stuff, in a lazy boy. But
yeah, see, even Romeo's not.
Yeah, I
understand what's
think
going
this
on.
basically just for now. I think this basically just warms your chicken for now. No idea if you can actually fry anything, and I don't think you can or should fry anything in that.
well, I wouldn't expect it to fry anything, but I wouldn't want to clean it after playing it. Like, oh yeah, let me get a bucket of KFC chicken. Let me go ahead and fill this thing up. And as I'm playing, I don't know, a first-person shooter game, let me go ahead and get some greasy chicken, take a couple bites of it, put it back in the hot. Like, no. It'd be cool if it was a stereo. It'd be cool if it's just a projector, but a console.
Oh yeah. In the article, it slated that it will be able to play current and last gen games, including the dating simulator that was also associated with them.
A what?
They had the KFC dating sim, remember?
Yeah.
It was like Colonel's Lover or something like that.
No.
No, you know what they should call this? They should call this Soldier Boy V2. Because that's exactly what this crap reminds me of.
Oh yeah, the Soldier Boy saga. Thankfully, this is actually made by KFC and some other people instead of it being drop shipped to somewhere like AliExpress, which was what Soldier Boy was doing that whole disaster.
Well, at least with KFC, they made their own console, where Soldier Boy was just taking one from Etsy.
Well, not only did they make their own console, they made a video game for the console.
Yeah, they already made a video game for the console, and now you're able to play other games alongside it.
I bet it works like a PC, and it's got like just good enough graphics in it to be like a low-tier gaming PC.
Yeah.
Besides, y'all already know Soldier Boy wasn't gonna last anyway. So.
Well, duh. But I'm just saying, it kind of reminds me of that fiasco because it's like, oh, Soldier Boy did it. Let us do it, but let's one up him. How can we do it? Let's make a thing in it that'll keep your chicken warm as you play the game.
Genius.
Like you really want to get into this, like, you really want to have this feeling of love, this dating sim of the Colonel Chicken. We gotta make sure you could actually feel the heat from the chicken. Build a heater.
Well, it beats taking the legal pounding from Nintendo.
Nintendo be crazy. Nintendo sue you for anything. They heard the joke that everyone gets sued in America, and they took it literal. So they sue everyone in America.
We can do that.
I'm waiting for one streamer. I would be the guy that gets a Twitch name like Nintendo admin or something, goes into a Twitch streamer, and it would just be awful, like a horrible Twitch stream, and I would donate money to them and say, I am suing you for copying the Pokemon garbage or whatever the Pokemon name that's a pile of garbage. Because that's how trash this freaking Twitch is. I'm sorry, I'm just really all over the place tonight, guys.
All right, let's move on to the next topic then.
I blame lack of sleep.
Yeah, I blame lack of sleep too, kinda.
I didn't eat nothing yet.
All right, let's move on to the next topic, and this is under Nintendo news.
Sorry about that, y'all.
You good?
So as of here, the next fighter is in the Smash Ultimate, and that happens to be Sephiroth from Final Fantasy VII. Along with after the gameplay video that featured him, there was a challenge that featured him that you can either play the easy way or you can play the hardest difficulty. And all you have to do is just beat the guy. Not an easy task. It was not an easy task. But
no, it was pretty easy.
But this past the event now, and now he's available for everyone that already has the pass, and is available for individual purchase. Also, within the update at hand, and depending on where you've set up. Oh, darn it! Why do I keep losing words? Oh yeah, Cloud's Advent Children appearance also has an alternate Final Smash now. As a lot of us have probably seen in the trailer. In Sephiroth's initial Smash Brothers trailer.
Yeah. That Sephiroth announcement was the only good thing to come out of the Game Awards, because Game Awards this year was the worst I've seen yet. This was trash.
Yeah.
They showed nothing.
Outside of a few things in Sephiroth's Smash reveal, it was just a 2.5 hour. It was just a 2.5 hour blowjob for Neil Druckmann.
Oh yeah.
There is no Game Awards. There was only Last of Us Part 2.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He went from blowing Kojima to blowing Neil Druckmann. Neil Druckmann. I don't know.
For Neil Druckmann.
Man, Jeff Keighley, he loved blowing off the big game hits, huh?
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I'm back.
I've played with Sephiroth, and he's extremely fun.
He's a fun character to play with. Some people are saying he's high tier. Some people are saying he's top tier. I think he's fun. I don't really care about tiers. I just play characters that I enjoy.
I normally didn't care. Sorry, Epic.
That's all good. Before Sephiroth, they did add Steve. We didn't talk about him. Steve's very fun to play in the game too. I'm the best Steve in the world, naturally, because Epic Steve. But yeah.
Yeah, Steve happens to. Yeah, I also played with Steve. He's pretty fun as well. But we definitely have to get used to his controls, or you're gonna have a really bad time.
Yeah, because you have to mine, like in Minecraft.
Yeah.
He seems like he'd be the worst one.
No, his moves kill really early, especially when he has diamond.
Yeah.
And gold, because his gold minecart kills like that.
To be honest, he's pretty easy to play with. You just need to know.
Yeah, he's shockingly easy to play with.
Oh,
he's pretty easy to play with.
I would say I haven't played Smash in like years, besides the couple times we played at the school. But if I were to say judging from what Minecraft Steve looks like, I would say he'd be a harder one to play with only because he has such a huge hitbox, from what I imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's easier than you think. I think the hardest character to play on Smash would probably Peach or Daisy. They require a lot of weird skill with float councils and stuff. And yeah,
Yeah. Hardest for me was Pichu.
Pichu's hard just because Pichu dies too early.
Yeah. The poor
And
guy hurts himself first.
Yeah, hurts
Yeah.
himself too. So, yeah. Also, the Belmonts are hard to play if you don't have a lead with them. You have to approach, and they have no approach options.
Mm-hmm. Yeesh.
The Belmonts
Oh
was such a
yeah.
disappointment to me. I really was happy.
Oh
for them.
yeah, I can't
They
believe
not
I'm
played
showing
them.
this on screen. Yeah, that actually got patched out way earlier back when Steve was in. Yeah, I know I'm on share screen, but yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, but yeah, it's really good that that Sephiroth's in there, because I told Minos before we started the podcast, it's good to have another villain because we don't have many villains in this game, so it's good that they added another one.
I think they should do a dark, like most of the characters have a dark personality in their video games, or have dark alternate versions of themselves.
Yeah.
I think it'd be cool if they just, beside it being like a costume change, it'd be cool if they had it where you could actually select them. And because if, let's say, you have Metal Mario and Normal Mario, even though they're not technically enemies.
Yeah, you kind of already do.
I think you should be able to do more damage just specifically to your enemies.
I think it'd be cool if they had, like, with Luigi, one of his customs was Mr. L.
Yeah.
I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, that's one of his alternate skins. Or so I think. Wait, no, I don't think that is there.
They
No.
don't have Mr. L. Unfortunately, they do in the mod, but they don't have it in the actual game, which is a missed opportunity because Mr. L would have been a nice little costume.
Yikes.
I'll tell Nintendo.
Counting DDD because counting DDD, we have 7 of a full team of 8. If one of the last slots happens to be a villain after all, then we'd have a full team of 8.
Like I said, I would love to have another villain, like the next person be a villain.
Yeah.
I also want to be a brawler because I don't want us to get too many sword characters, because Sephiroth's amazing, but he is a sword character.
Many people have been wanting Dr. Eggman because of this.
That'd be really cool because he could play way differently. He'd be, of course, a vehicle similar to Bowser Jr., but he'd be a villain and he wouldn't be a sword character.
Yeah. He normally has bombs and lots of other weapons to try to take Sonic down.
Let's go.
To either try to take Sonic down or steal the Chaos Emeralds. That's what he normally does in a series.
Well, what would you think his special move would be? Like has his normal attack. I feel it'd be like one of the ones where he just like summons a minion to fight for him.
Yeah, you can do that, kinda.
And then maybe his special move would be to like summon a giant robot that he pilots. I don't know.
Yo, I just got 1,000 channel points for betting that this dude would lose, and he did.
Oh!
Hey. Oh, yes.
Uh-oh, Epic over here gambling.
Oh, yes.
Epic doing things we don't know about.
Oh, snap. I just got point, bro. What am I do with all this moolah? Okay, but let's get back to the podcast.
Epic, what else you doing we don't know about?
Hey, don't worry about it.
Good question.
You worry about the wrong thing.
Anyone else got anything else before we move it?
Nope.
Nope.
Nah.
Alright then. This next one's about the Nintendo Switch in general.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What about Nintendo Switch General?
Hashtag free melee. But yeah.
No, we went through that already.
Now I'm just gonna keep.
Same with every single Nintendo related chat since then. But I digress. So Nintendo Switch ended up being the best-selling console this past month in the U.S. despite the next-gen launches.
Well, yeah, because next gens keep having these, air quotes, shortages. You can't buy them, so of course they're not gonna be the best seller.
They couldn't keep up with the what is it? The supply and demand.
Yeah, the supply and demand.
What they did is they said, let's send 10 to the stores so that when they all sell out, we can say we sold out. I really hate artificial inflation. I really hate that.
Yeah, if it isn't auto inflation, it's the scalpers.
Yeah, and then the scalper is sitting there saying, "Hey, let's for online have these bots that buy up like 20 of these consoles so we can sell them." I'm like, bro,
yeah,
I'm
for
not buying a
higher.
console for $2,000.
Yeah, for far higher than they should.
Then you also have the people that are like, well, let's see, it's cheaper. Let's go ahead and buy a Switch.
Yeah,
it's cheaper and it's the newest model for Nintendo. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what
it has a lot of games out for right now. Right now the new consoles don't have a whole lot of games out because they just came out. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I mean it's just like the shortages, the scalpers, the fact that in all that So I already knew the Switch was gonna be doing good. They're saying as soon as the new console came out, the Switch would be in for rude awakening. I'm like, not until at least a year or two into the new console's lifespan.
Well, have you thought about it, though, that anytime there's a release for a new console, most of the time Nintendo's not a part of it?
Yeah.
Yes.
And they release their console on their time schedule whenever they feel like it. And that's why they do so much better than the others.
Yeah.
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 So, applause to you, Nintendo, for that.
Sony and Microsoft have to have some sort of theme, and that's why they both end up releasing together. Nintendo doesn't have to do that. On the other hand,
Nintendo do whatever they want to. They already established that.
Yeah.
Nintendo is a boss, but it's one of those bosses that needs to realize, hey, we don't have to be a tough boss on our players. Let's be a fun boss.
You're like a fun boss that's bipolar, that's also just out of nowhere becomes like a witch out of nowhere. It's weird.
Yeah.
They're all good and they'll you saw Miyamoto. You saw how he was when he was doing that whole Nintendo World thing. He just you just couldn't. It was Nintendo at its best. Same thing with Sakurai when he does those directs. It's just they all have that sort of kind of air to them where you just enjoy the content they're putting out. But then Nintendo, the business side behind them is just like, ugh. Sometimes you just wonder their decisions.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, better that than being sold a concrete block. Just saying.
Oh yeah. Like I said, someone had to catch the hands.
Nicole, are you still there? And do you have anything else on this?
Not really. Nah.
Oh. Well. On to the next topic, and this one is really dumb.
I want to hear Nicole be the first opinion on the next topic, no matter what it is.
Oh, definitely.
Then after her, it's DC.
Yeah, and after her, DC. Those two have priority. Nicole's top priority here.
That depends on what the next topic is.
Well, get ready then. Because this one is the Twitch fiasco.
Simp.
So recently, Twitch started, in order for quote unquote protection reasons, Twitch started banning the terms simp, incel, and virgin on earlier this month. But as a result, the usage of the simp word spiked by 97% after the ban.
You know what's funny? People on Twitch had pretty much stopped using the word that much, and then they say we're gonna ban it. And then people are like, okay, well, we're gonna use it some more. It literally had the opposite effect. Go ahead, Nicole. What do you think about it?
Well, I'm not on Twitch like that because it's like once in a blue moon that I'm on there. So this really isn't going to affect me. So, yeah.
Yeah.
It
DC?
was funny though. Like they were trying to fix a problem that wasn't a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, cause see, I really don't care about this. Like, if you want to ban a word, no, okay, we're not gonna really complain. But really, the only time I'm on Twitch is like if I'm watching one of my friends actually stream on there like once a week when he streams. So yeah, this really isn't gonna affect me, and I don't think it's really gonna affect anyone else much other than them using the word a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
DC, do you have anything?
I'm a simp. I'm a simp for the culture. I'm a simp to this. I'm a simp to that. I'm just kidding, but the stride, the Streisand effect. I think they meant to. I think they were meant to. Excuse me. To like, kind of be like, this is bad. You shouldn't say it. But since you told people not to say it, the opposite will happen. You see what the problem is? Don't tell anybody not to do something, because then they'll make them want to do it more.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can still say the N-word. You can still say some other words on Twitch without getting in trouble.
That shit.
And if you're one of the titty streamers, you can still get away with your dirt somehow. Which is why I've also been saying these terms apply to their staff.
No, because the thing is, Haas was about to tell you his pet peeve because racial slurs are a pet peeve of his.
Oh yeah,
racial slurs piss me off so bad. Like, I understand that if you don't like a certain word, just let your friends know, hey, please don't call me this. I don't like the way or the meaning behind it. Don't call me that. But I hate it that literally there's an actual law that says fighting words. It's classified as a misdemeanor and can go up from a misdemeanor. But if in case of a fighting word, using the N-word is a fighting word because it instigates fights half the time, if not most of the time.
If you're black, if you're black, it's more like we don't really just say it. We don't really say. The only thing that we say is the GA at the end. We don't really see the GR at the end. And
we normally use the GA instead of the hard R.
Yeah, and when people say hard R, it's just weird.
Yeah.
Like, I understand if you're saying it in a friendly tone and you're being like, yeah, it's totally cool. Yeah. I hate it when people just start like ranting and then they get in your face and start calling it a hard R in your face. That shit pisses me off.
We don't like even in a joking manner. We just, at most part, we just don't say it.
Like me,
and not to
me
we
and my
just don't
family,
say it unless we're talking about our friends like that.
Yeah, same here.
Cracker
we
all
talk
the
about
time.
Our friends. We talk about with GA at the end.
We used to say cracker all the time. Me and my family, and it just means it's more of a like thing of love between us. Like,
yeah, it's like the GA variant for the N-word. That's how you're using that. And like I said, but you never use words like I'm not saying them, but other white slurs.
Oh
yeah.
It's just weird, and it's just weird that Twitch allows these other slurs. They allow you to say coon and stuff like that, but they're like, oh, incel, virgin, simp. You can't say these. I'm like, what is your what? Like,
also, Twitch paraded the Twitch paraded the Hispanic L slur around for a good bit. And that's definitely one of the terms that can get you beat up in the back alley. That's definitely a fighting word.
Yeah, Twitch definitely has these weird rules of the stuff they want to ban. Because earlier this year they had banned another word, I forget, that didn't even matter. But like I said, they'll ban, like they banned, the F word as far as the homophobic slur, which is good.
Yeah.
But like they have these other ones that you can say, and it's just weird.
And they blacklisted the playthrough tag.
Yeah, they got rid of blind play. It's weird.
What's up?
Hey, to kind of piggyback off what Minnow said about using Hispanic slurs.
Yeah, the
Bruh,
L
I can tell you
slur.
that. Yeah, I will tell you that right now. If you not Hispanic and you try to say a Spanish slur, whether you saying it in Spanish or saying the English version, bruh, don't say it. Don't say it, especially if you around a group of Hispanics. Don't say it, cause there's gonna be things that we gonna do. I will not say on here that, cause we gonna be doing things to you that I will not say on here that get us demonetized. But as a Puerto Rican dude, I will tell you, don't do it.
Yeah, there'll be
You
some hard
right.
I'm now
negotiating. Let's
curious
just
about
say
what the
that.
word is because
No.
I'm.
Go ahead and do it. Just when you mess up the word, that just make you look stupid.
I'm curious about what the word is now because I'm like genuinely lost in trying to think about what that word is because
The
never
Game
came to my
Awards.
attention.
The Game Awards had a short segment that was parading that word. That was one of them. That was one of the moments that was up there.
And also, it's like you could say those words, but if you just spam those words, or if you say it in the offensive tone, then you're gonna get banned. But you can say those words, but if you spam it, you're gonna get banned. And if you say it with a real hateful intent, you're gonna get banned. Which is also out of context because how you know something is intent or not.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I don't. I think the reason
In other
why
words, just be
I heard,
careful what you say.
Yeah.
I think the reason why I heard King, I think it was Kingstar, he was like, he released a video how like somebody got favoritism and because he was dating one of the Twitch employees, he's getting favor. I think it was he or she. It was a person that was dating an employee, and I think there was.
Hold on. Did you just assume their humanity?
I don't give a
Oh
fuck.
no, man!
Be honest.
They're mortally challenged. Remember?
No, they're non-binary.
Oh, that. Never mind.
I could just tell you that those words, why you can't say them, is stupid. Why you letting pretty much racist slurs go in Twitch, but when it comes to dumb words like simp version and what was the last one? Simp was it just
Incel.
Verge.
Incel? It's fucking stupid. Just because people use those words doesn't mean it's with hateful intent. And now look what you did. Now you're having people just saying out of the blue just because they want to see if they get banned or not.
Goes up in real life and says it to the CEO of Twitch.
Yeah.
Hey, simp. Walks away.
And who was getting upset about the word virgin? If you are, you are. If you're not, you're not. I don't. What?
Yeah.
What? Now we really not gonna care if you are one or not. Like we're not gonna care.
Like that's like some high school stuff right there.
Yeah.
Like you're like, how dare you call me that?
What?
If you're not,
Yeah, that's been used as
if
an
you're not a
insult off and on
virgin,
alongside insult.
if you're not a virgin while you're like in your
I'll
teens,
be honest.
you got raped. I'm gonna be honest. That's the truth. If you're not a virgin in your teens, and you got raped, even if you had sex with the same age person, you both raped each other.
Yikes. Oh yeah, I found that elsewhere in gaming thing. Turns out they even had a website for that crap.
Grow a thick skin. Like, who gives a fuck? Are you really mad that some grown ass man or some grown ass woman over the internet is calling you these things because they're being hateful? Like, honestly, just grow a thick skin. Like, who gives? If you are, you are. If you're not, you're not.
Yeah, and like I said, and Twitch wants to ban certain words, but they don't want to ban the words that are actually, words that have offended people for years, like actual, like, you know, like racial slurs. Like, we're not gonna ban these, but we're gonna ban simp, incel, virgin. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah. Oh, that.
What are your
Yeah,
parameters?
just fine. But what do we do? Just don't call us some simps. We'll ban you for that permanently. Come on.
See, this is why I'm never moving to Twitch.
I don't really care.
Twitch is just on something. That's all.
This is why I'll never want to do Twitch.
I mean, YouTube has a lot of problems. I mean, a lot of problems. But it's better to stick with Demon I know than Demon I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say that. I would say it's better to create a new demon than it is to stick with the old one.
But I do Twitch. Superstar DC at Twitch.tv. There you go. My plug.
I like it.
Like, straight up, like, let's just screw these two platforms and make our own.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, once I get the money, definitely make my own platform.
About to help.
Yep.
About to help a friend to get started.
Yeah. And if Facebook Gaming wants to pay me to come on there, I will do that. But that's Facebook Gaming. But yeah,
If you're smart enough, you'll do go on TikTok and do Facebook Gaming because there's less I think there's competition, but there's like lesser competition than it would be on like Twitch.
if they're trying to pay me to switch platforms, I'll do that. Like, yo, Epic Steve will pay you this much for okay.
You gotta have a brand first.
Oh yeah.
Just be like, Epic Games. Yeah. They pay me.
Yeah, I'm be sponsored by Epic Games. Yeah, let's go.
On your resume, Epic Games. I thought you said you worked for Epic Games. No, I own Epic Games.
Because I'm
It's my
Epic.
studio.
Epic, I make games. Epic Games.
Boom.
Yeah. I originally had this as the censored game of the week, but due to the stink that the other game has caused, I'm switching those around. So, going into before my apologies, was there anything else on the previous topic that y'all want to get out of before we move on?
Twitch is just on some BS, y'all.
Nope. But what do y'all want for Christmas?
A lot.
If you see this video in the comments, put it down in the comments below. What do you want for Christmas? That's podcast members. What do you want for Christmas?
Let's see. I would really like to get a good paying job so I can finally get out of where I am and start living.
Oh, same here.
Honestly, you need a rent. Honestly, you probably want rent around 6. Yeah, you probably want to save up like around 6 or 7K. When you get like around 6 or 7K, and I would say this is just my opinion. You could save up less, or you could just get the fuck out now. I suggest you save up money before you go out on your own, like around a couple thousands. And then after you get the couple thousands, then you could just move out either on your own or get a roommate, and then both of you pay half your rent. And you'll be straight for
your roommate. Get a trustworthy one.
Yeah,
one that skip out on you or one that will miss out on rent.
Yeah, Suko.
Yeah.
Well, no, like, legitimately, I got this job offer, and my family is worried that this job offer is not legit and stuff, and it's starting to get to me. So I just want to go there and see if I can prove them wrong, that it was legit and I made the right choice, kind of thing. I'm just waiting to see. I'm waiting to hear back on them in the next couple months. So hopefully by January they'll hire me, or at least write up a contract that I can sign and start working.
All right.
Epic, what do you want for Christmas?
COVID-19 to end.
Yeah. Yep.
I'll trade everything I have on the Christmas tree right now for that. I'll literally trade everything under there for that.
Yeah, tell Trump to pay attention.
With that,
He's
now
plowing
it's
right
time.
now in the White House.
Now it's time to segue on to the censorship corner. Originally, I had this as my censored game of the week, But to the other game causing a far bigger stink, I had to switch places.
Yeah, Minos, real quick. What do you want?
Yeah.
What do you want for Christmas? Real quick.
Yeah, I had the same wish as Hot Side.
Get a job.
Yeah.
One that pays well. One
Probably
that's
ditch the country. Feeling kind of want to ditch the country. I know.
And call San Diego for Christmas.
I want money in my college debt paid off. That's what I want for Christmas.
There you go.
I want to call San Diego to have her own show.
Honestly, you might get your college debt paid, student loans paid off because they're thinking about getting rid of $50K if they keep pestering Biden about it. Because Biden was saying he was going to do it, but everybody's like, "All right, now we elect you." Where that Kansas, they think of eliminating $50K, but it's about
that depends if he gets control of the Senate or not.
Yeah,
but that's going to politics.
Let's not.
Just know if the Senate goes to the Democrat, he'll have more power than he will if it doesn't. That's not saying who you should vote for. Vote for whoever you feel, but that's the way it is.
Put it this way: they can say whatever they want to just so you vote for them. They don't technically have to follow through with anything they said.
Nope,
that's true.
As soon as he gets to office, he can be like, I want to, because I believe COVID is so bad, I still want to inflict martial law and then just lock everyone away, technically.
Yeah.
And we're not saying he will, we just say he can.
Yeah, he has.
I don't want anyone to try to come here and say,
he can
nice podcast. We didn't say none of that.
No, we didn't. Let's just move it to this monstrosity.
Oh wait,
so the censorship corner.
Ultimate that buffed Luigi and Zelda, my mains. Nice.
No, they just made everyone else weaker.
Oh,
epic! If you still got Nintendo Online, we need to play a couple matches on.
Poor
Ultimate.
beautiful Rosalina.
Rosalina got buffed too.
Oh, nice!
I got terrible internet, but we can still see if we can run like a few matches in.
They're in Sucos because I couldn't move in Sucos. It was Microsoft PowerPoint.
Not even automatic. You have to move the slides yourself.
I was like, what is happening right now?
Anyway, now we can go into the censorship corner, shall we?
Say what?
I originally had this as my censor game of the week, but once again, the other game made a far bigger stink than this. Neo 2's DLC revealed that it turns out they gave Nyotengu a mastectomy. This says her large breasts were covered up, but this looks more like a mastectomy.
Dude, you talk about breasts, you go ahead, I don't really care.
Put it this way, they censored it by cutting off the girl's breast.
Yeah, they look more like cover. Yeah, they're actually more covered up. They looked like it looked like she had a mastectomy. But you know what's even dumber?
Put it this way, video game, the way they sell video games is by a couple of ways. Whether it looks good, whether it plays good, whether it has a good story, whether it's got a good hook, etc. But the biggest profit margin of all is if it has sex appeal. Just like every other ad campaign in the world, just like every other freaking thing in the world, if it's got sex appeal, it will sell. If it's got cuteness, it will sell. You put a cat on a book cover, it will sell.
Yeah, exactly how DOA 5 sold as well. Yeah, this is her appearance on the DOA 5. But that's not the dumb part. The dumb part was that game featured Bustier. And those two are the monsters at hand. Don't worry, they're safe.
They're safe for work?
Yes.
I like
that. Real quick, all I want for Christmas is next year COVID to end so I can go on vacation.
I want that for this year.
Well,
yeah, I know.
Hopefully it will clear up by summer because nothing's in stone yet, but I might be going to Japan.
Yeah, or so we hope.
Oh yeah. And if we go to summer, DC and I are going to be going to that Super Nintendo World thing.
Alex,
I'm
I
paying.
really need to go to that Super Nintendo world. I'm a big kid now.
I'm paying. I'm paying. So, yeah.
I'm paying too, bro. We're going.
How much does
Yeah.
it cost?
Konnichiwa. Ha
Well, it's
ha.
Universal, so you know how much Universal costs.
It's
All your
like a
money in your bank
Universal,
account, and
but
then you
it's
need to get a loan. That's what I'm saying.
Nintendo style.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be Universal theme park, but there's a section of it that's gonna be all Nintendo.
Oh yeah. Back on
It's gonna
topic,
cost all
this
your
is
money.
doing neither Koei Tecmo nor Team Ninja no favors whatsoever. And they've already had DOA since as a previous disaster, as a previous and even greater disaster. Mainly because turns out they've been nerfing everything just to kiss esports butthole, only for that esports butthole to turn out to be really lavacious towards low boys.
You know what's funny? They've been trying to bend the knee so they can get right there into esports. And Nintendo, the people who actually actively try to kill their esports have more of an esports presence than them. That's crazy.
Yeah.
You're bending the knee and you're still not out there.
Anything further before we move to the actual knee bending, to even worse knee bending?
Wait, do we got that in the news too? About the whole cyberpunk situations?
Oh, that's definitely in here.
That's in the road. Yeah, that's in the road somewhere. We're pretty much after the next one at hand. We're on to the roast.
All right, continue then.
Okay.
All right.
Don't worry.
Small moment here. Display there. Make sure I didn't mess everything up. Good. Alright, in case you hadn't heard of the disaster already, due to this being something even dumber, this ended up getting censored Game of the Week. And what is that game? The censored Game of the Week happens to be once again Devotion.
Really? That game can catch a break.
Good old games, aka GOG, suddenly pulled troubled hoarder game Devotion mere hours after its return was announced. Originally, GOG decided to announce the re-release of the game called Devotion, but unfortunately enough Chinese communists got to them, and as a result they took their words back. To quote them, earlier today it was announced that the game Devotion is coming to GOG after receiving many messages from quote-unquote gamers. We have decided not to list the game in our store. In other words, they bent over for China again.
Why not?
Actually, no. They said gamers, so it's gamers' fault, I guess.
It's your fault, DC.
This is why I verbally put them in air quotes.
Cause I so care about a horror game that much I went off.
Yeah.
I went it off the store. I didn't know I had that much power. Didn't know. Yeah,
it is featured in this article, but how Devotion ended up getting so infamous was because it ended up having a reference to China's current president that was pretty mean but pretty hilarious. As a result, they got hounded by their own government, and they got thrown out of business. The game was also pulled from Steam altogether. And now it's going to resurface only for it to be pulled from GOG. Oh yeah. Anyone else got anything from this?
Nah, you just can't catch a break.
Winnie the Pooh's mad. He needs his honey.
Yeah, this is extremely dumb. Oh yeah, and I almost forgot that they promised to patch that out, but they did it too late. And now they had that fiasco last year.
Winnie the Pooh's mad. Pooh Bear's mad.
Pooh Bear searching for Pooh Bear.
You know what I hate? What's it called? Totalitarian?
Authoritarian?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate those type of governments. Yeah, I believe in democracy. I really do. I really do, because I live in America.
I don't understand why these people call themselves presidents when they're presidents for life, so they're dictators. It just never makes sense to me.
Oh yeah.
So I'm
trying to
President
make it
G.
to where they
No,
got.
you're not.
You know what's even worse? Many of these companies bend over for China mainly because the most backlash they'll get is a few people leaving, instead of it majorly impacting them.
Yeah, they outsource to China for cheap labor, so
Yeah.
they don't want to speak bad about China because that's their labor.
Well, not just that. Chinese market is like one of the biggest markets in the world.
Yeah.
I think behind either they're in front or behind India. It's crazy. Like the U.S. market is actually not number 3rd. I think we're like number 5th. I think we're somewhere up there, but we're not really number. We're barely scraping the top 5.
Yeah, the only other time where I've heard that they'll end up being in a worse position if they did bend it from China was once again that VTuber disaster that was either would cost their whole Chinese branch or basically an OG and their biggest cow. Yeah, they weren't having it that time.
Yeah.
But you know who else that wasn't having this?
DC?
Besides him.
Oh, okay.
Glass Bottom Games. In reaction to God canceling their Devotion re-release, they pulled Skatebird from their catalog. Yeah, so this was one of the. Yeah, so this ended up getting even bigger backlash than last time, but still, this is probably nothing to GOG.
I don't really understand the point of censoring stuff, because the thing is, you already know what kind of game it's gonna be before it comes out, and then you just do a preliminary review. You tell them all what's good, what's not, and then they release it. And then you're like, oh wait, let's censor this. It's like, but it already went through
ESRB
review,
or their respective rating system.
Yeah, like it already went through the rating system, so it's like the rating system already put out something. So what are we doing now? I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't either. Especially because that was what the rating systems were for. But no, some people just had to be a middleman.
Yeah, I don't. It doesn't make any sense to me. Like that's like if Hotsot got something reviewed, and he got glowing scores on it, and then after it came out like a month later, someone was like, "Well, you know what? Someone got offended by this, so Hotsot, we're gonna have to deduct points off that." It's like, wait, what? It just doesn't make sense any way you slice it. I don't know.
Personally, I'd say good on Glass Bottom Games for actually doing what they did. Other than that, this was a bad move on GOG's part. But once again, unfortunately, they'll recover since this is probably not going to be enough of a backlash. As it is from bending over to China.
Of course.
If
And
you
when-
ban it over there in China, then that's fine. But once you over here, we respect our rules and our clause. We don't bend the knee for them. And it's the only thing that Donald Trump got right when he was like, we need to shift our focus over to what China's been doing. And I was like, yeah, because if y'all don't know, this whole virus started with them. It came out of China and it went out through the world. And nobody wants to keep tabs on that. I'm like,
What, the fact that it came
you
from
know,
China?
it's gonna be that one day where we're gonna make that. You know, it's gonna be like one day they're gonna make so big of a fuck up that every other country is gonna be like, nah, bro, we're gonna need to do something about that. I just thought that this C virus is gonna be the
No,
fuck
you
up.
want to know the biggest fuck up that we have? The biggest fuck up we have is that somewhere out in the world, we decide to keep all the most contagious, all the most vile freaking viruses, like the coronavirus, in a place. In one place.
Isn't that like somewhere in Alaska or something like that?
It's somewhere where it shouldn't spread due to the cold. But just think about if any of them ever like genetically got spliced together at any point, it would be like what's that app? The one that's like take over the world with your own virus.
the pandemic game.
Yeah, it'd be like pandemic, but like 10 times worse. Like,
Not to mention if it gets to the wildlife.
It'd be like impossible to control and stuff like that. And it's just dumb.
No, the only reason why it's impossible to fucking control because people are idiots. Like seriously, like
Yes.
the whole
Yeah.
virus came out. All there was, everybody was pretty much saying the best way to combat this virus is put on a mask and social
No,
distance.
that's stupid. Wearing a
guess
mask
it
does
is.
not protect you. No way, no how.
I guess
Because
it is.
Yeah, it doesn't protect
how
you.
dumb are you? Like, the only reason I wear a mask out in public is because it makes other people feel more comfortable.
Yeah, same.
Only reason I wear it. I think
Oh,
it's
no,
stupid.
okay.
It fogs up my glasses, and I hate the feel of.
Well, no, the
having to
mask
fix it.
protect you from the droplets that come like from someone's mouth. So like if you're 6 feet or more apart, it helps with that, and that's what the CDC's been saying. And if people had done that, social distance, and not been in big crowds, we could have contained the virus. But
And also it helps you. It helps the person who has the virus or who's sick don't spread it. Because if you have the mask on, you sneezing, you coughing into the mask. You sneezing into the mask.
it's the same thing with like
Targets
flu
are
and pneumonia. Like you should wear a mask when you have those. That's been a thing since those were a thing. Because if you do go out, which you shouldn't, but with those things, it helps because like you cough and it doesn't spread droplets to air where someone can just breathe those in.
Yeah. Well, it's like that my dad had it, and he had it more recently, and then he's all better now. He's testing negative for it, but he's now got antibodies for it, and they want to pay him to donate some blood. And my brother's the same way now. He's getting I think this is the second time they've quarantined him because he's also got corona. And yeah, it's a real thing. And I know it's real. I have family that's caught it and all of that, but we are making too big of a fucking deal about it.
We live in America. It is a big deal because there's too many idiots that's going out in the world and just not social distancing, not putting on their mask. Like, here's the thing: it wouldn't be a big deal if everybody was properly, avoiding spreading it. But the problem is, people are spreading it, and people just don't care. People are not caring and spreading it.
Okay. Well,
yeah, it was being used politically. Idiots were being idiots the whole nine. Especially with this year's spring break. They said, you know what, screw it, if I get it, it's whatever, and then the lot of them ended up getting corona.
And that's to be expected.
Not talk about the drink.
Let me ask y'all this. I didn't mean to interrupt. Okay. But how do y'all feel about the vaccine that they're trying to do?
It's stupid.
It's extremely stupid. very bad news.
I
think
don't.
vaccines are always dumb.
I don't think it's stupid. I think that's very smart, and them hurry up and getting it out, and have people taking it, so we could like. The whole thing I want to is for us to go back to our normal lives. In order to do that, this vaccine needs to be tested, and they said it was tested and all that shit. It just needs to work for me. For me,
Yeah,
I just want it
Well,
to work.
that's the thing. It was
I'm not
obviously
gonna go out and go
rushed.
personally get tested. I'm gonna pretty much wait for everybody else to get tested and see how they feel and results from that. And if it's safe enough, then I might think about it. But yeah, I think it's smart to go
well,
get a vaccine.
Yeah.
vaccines. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Go ahead.
Okay. You know that vaccines take dead cells of whatever they're trying to vaccine for. Like for a flu, they take dead flu cells and inject it to you so your body will understand, oh, this is what a flu cell is like. This is what we need to protect against. And they try to develop antibodies for the flu. And that's how that works. But because some of those cells are dead and they get reactivated as they enter your body, that's why you catch the flu if you get a flu shot.
Oh yeah, and the same could happen with those corona shots as well.
Exactly.
Like I know, like I listen. I know what a vaccine is. It takes pretty much like a pretty much a small version of it,
Yeah,
a little
a
less
diluted
intense
version.
version of it, and they modify it to where they put it in your body so you can pretty much make antibodies to fight it for the next time, so you won't,
Yeah.
so you'll be less likely to catch it. The thing about it is, I don't care what it is, as long as it works. That's what I only care about.
But see, it's to me, I look at it like this, and then I'll let Nicole talk about her point because we talked at the same time. Is when we do this, I like to think about past medical emergencies that's happened, and it's kind of like, what is it? In the best perspective you could put this in, coronavirus is like the smallpox for the Indians. Everyone didn't know what was going on at the time. Everyone, I'm sure there's still flus and diseases out in the world that we had no idea exist, or we don't have the scientific technology to prove they exist, to prove that we need to treat them. So we're still dying of what we call natural causes, when in turn it could be a plague, or it could be a flu, it could be just something simple. So the way I look at it is, there are so many things that are unknown about the world that we claim that we do know. It's like a college student. Oh, I went to college. I know everything I need to know. I know everything about the world. I'm that kind of college student. No, we're all idiots. Compared to the vastness of universe, we're all dumb.
I can tell you right now that most of this world is not even fucking explored. Like, have you seen that news where it was like they just found some more new caves and stuff like that in like certain parts of the area of the world? Most of our ocean is not even explored because we don't have the technology to withstand the pressure of such magnitude.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's like pretty much. I understand that we still have like lots that we need to know. But all I care about right now is, does this vaccine work? And if it proves the fact that it works, I want people to go take it. I want people to get safe. Or virus things dies down to where like less likely people are less likely to catch it. And I want things to go back to normal so I can go take a fucking vacation. That's what I want. I don't give a fuck anything about anything else. Does this vaccine works? If it does, then I want people to take it so we can go back to normal life.
My
I
question is,
understand
what's
that
stopping you from taking a vacation, though?
virus. That's what's stopping.
No. You can take a vacation at any point you want. You're letting the world dictate what happens to you. You can tell the world to F off and go do it. If I want to go to Alabama, I'll go get in my truck. I will go get some gas because I'm pretty sure I'm low, and I will drive to Alabama. If I want to go to another country, I'll go get a passport and fly over there because they do have air travel now.
Oh yeah, and let's not mention the side effects right now.
Like listen, hush up.
Yeah.
We've been around Americans before. We know. We know.
We know.
Even if we take a vacation, there's always, and I will always mean always, that one ignorant fuck who's gonna be sick, who's gonna be play that I didn't know it was shit. I don't want to get sick just because that one individual is sick and he wants to spread it because he don't give a fuck.
Okay.
I understand that if I want to take a vacation, if I want to leave, like if you leave now while there's there's still a pandemic out there, you're gonna have to quarantine. When you're over there, you're gonna have to quarantine when you get back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely.
So you have a vacation from your vacation. That is a dream vacation.
I don't think our work, I don't think our jobs will let us do that. I'm sorry, I just don't.
Our jobs, like being content or video game makers, we would have the easiest part as long as you have the tools at your own house. Yeah, like I have everything I need to, if I wanted to make video games from my computer. Like
it would be nice if I was a
Mhm.
video game maker, which I really want to be one. It's just right now I'm not, and my job won't let me take 4 weeks off.
Yeah.
Like a week and a half, like 2 weeks and a half, another week for actual vacation, and a couple of weeks to quarantine. I don't think that my job will let me do that. Plus, you got responsibilities, man. Like,
Yeah, sadly not. You guys want to move on to the roast?
Can we hear what Nicole's opinion was before me and him got into that discussion?
Oh yeah.
Good.
Yeah, because the only reason why I was asking what y'all was thinking about the vaccine was because this was when I was getting my dreads retwisted on Saturday, because my stylist, she had actually mentioned that when this topic was brought up, was that there was a nurse in Tennessee who had taken the vaccine, and that when she was speaking for Congress, I believe it was, or whichever it was that she was doing, she had passed out because of the vaccine. So, like,
that's
when
I read about that. That's been
yeah, I've seen that.
I've really just read that. That's been debunked. It was the fact that she was just nervous, and she literally said that.
Yeah, cause I mean, I don't know. It's because of I don't know if, like, when my stylist had mentioned it, I'm like, I wasn't too sure if it was the vaccine or whatever the case may was.
Yeah.
But I kind of looked it up. That's what it said when I saw it, and I'm like, now hopefully I guess they say she's okay now.
Mm-hmm.
But in my opinion, for the vaccine, I just think is that, like, I kind of got mixed emotions for it, but at the same time, I'm leaning kind of like, I think it's kind of like a little more of a bad idea. Like, don't get me wrong, it's like, if you want to get the vaccine, by all means, it's your decision. But at the same time, with the vaccine, you don't know how it's going to affect you, because it'll be completely different for every single human being that does take it. Because, like, from me working in a medical warehouse, I work for one of the top companies that got the contract to actually distribute this kind of vaccine for Corona. So, I mean, all I do is just send the product to the hospitals, doctors, whoever need it. But I mean, I can't really give too much information about it, for the fact that I only work for a company, one of the top 10 companies that distribute it. But I mean, if you choose to want to get the vaccine, there's nobody to stop you. But if you feel as though that you believe that you don't need the vaccine because of whatever reason it may be, okay, that's your decision. You can choose to get it. You can choose to not get it. If you think you immune to Corona, I mean, in my opinion, I think you crazy. But at the same time,
I'm sure there are people that are immune.
Mhm.
But all I'm going to say is that from a medical standpoint,
Oh, something.
really do your research about this vaccine before
Yeah.
you make your final decision on whether or not you're going to take it or not. Because you know, even though you don't know how it's going to affect you, just really do your research on this vaccine before you make your final decision on if you're going to get it or not.
Yep.
Nah, screw
Understood.
that. Nah, screw that. Get the vaccines. Get the
No,
pre.
don't listen to
I got,
me.
Nah, don't
I
listen
got
to
stock.
him.
I got stock in that. I got stock in that. Grab the
They
vaccine.
Purdue?
You seriously have stock in that crap.
I'm trying to pat
Okay.
my pockets, bro.
Hey, if you got stock in it, can you split some with me, or at least give me your information, broker guy, so I can start buying stock in my own thing?
Just get Robinhood, bro. Open up a debit account.
Does that actually work?
We'll talk about it later. I
Yeah.
could just give you some
We'll talk
advice.
about it later, but
Yeah.
okay.
But
Yeah.
this boy, I got stock in it, buddy. You better buy that vaccine.
But for real though, from a medical standpoint, really think about what I just said because really just do your research before making any final decision. Because I know
Oh.
what I'm talking about, and these guys know what they're talking about, except for DC because I don't know what he's talking about. So
But
DC, I
Talking
love
that
you,
talk.
but
You talking about that money?
What you talking about? You don't know what you talking about?
DC,
You don't know what I'm talking
just so you're aware, if John Ossoff gets voted in as our state senator, you need to sell your stock quick.
Yeah, because he'll come for you. He'll be like,
Mhm.
superstar
Because-
DC.
Well, no, it's because he's got that thing about policies where he's like, I'm trying to make it where it's now all medical devices would be cheaper, so that would include vaccines.
It's already hard for people to take vaccines anyway. It's not because of anti-vax. It's just because that nobody knows this is going to be legit.
Well,
And
no,
as,
Yeah.
and I don't know
Not
what
to
y'all think.
mention
I
the
know,
side
but
effects will mess them up or something.
But-
if this works like they said it does, because they need, like people want to see it before they believe it.
Mm-hmm.
And if this ends up working more than everybody thinks it does, then I want more people to take it and go back to our normal life.
Yes, I understand that and I respect that, but I'm just saying.
But if nobody wants to take it because they're not safe on it, then you're free to not take it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that. I say personally, like you should go take it. I'm just saying personally, if it works, then try it. If you don't want to, then don't.
Okay. Enough
That's what
said.
the democracy is. Freedom
No.
to do. Oh, sorry. You go.
I was just going to say that's not a democracy. Democracy is you get to choose. You get to say. You have a say in what happens. You
Yeah,
have
that's what I'm
freedom
saying.
of choice to choose if you take it or not. Democracy is more about putting down what they think is going to keep our humanity safe, and it's more about political gain now than anything else.
Actually, never mind. Never mind. It's not about democracy. It's how much the corporation is paying the government for you to take it. Never
Yeah.
mind. We're not.
Okay.
okay, let me put it this way. We're not discouraging y'all to actually choose to whether to take the vaccine or not. We are all not immune to this coronavirus, all right? But we just want you guys to actually understand that this is serious. And that if you choose to take the virus, if you choose to take the vaccine, take it. If you choose to not take the vaccine, you can choose to not take it. But again, we are not immune.
Yeah,
So
neither are technically bad ideas because who's to say what is a bad idea or not? I mean, so why would you drop shield?
We're trying to say it's good luck.
Yeah,
Well,
same.
it's pretty much we care enough to give you the details on what we believe. We don't know the actual answer.
Yeah, I'm
We're
not an
not-
actual
Yeah, this is-
doctor. I haven't worked on a vaccine, so I can't tell you how it works. I'm not going to sit here and pretend I can.
Oh no,
Yeah,
I
this is
can.
just our individual advice in the end.
Yeah, because at
Just
the end of the
how-
day,
I read a lot
it
of
could be the best
articles.
ideal ever. I just don't know.
yeah, but let me finish what I was saying. But for me actually working in a medical facility that actually distributes the product, do your research I advise that, like, highly. Do your research on this vaccine before making your final decision. We're not discouraging you. We just advise you to do your research before making your decision.
Yep.
That's all I
All
gotta
I'm
say.
gonna say is just good luck. Just good luck. Whatever your decision is. Want to take it, take it. Don't. Good luck.
All right. Now can we get on to a roast?
Before we go on a
I've been
roast,
waiting
the
for
reason
this.
it's more effective than the stainless package, they're pushed because 600. That's feeling a little
600's
light,
not gonna
man.
give me nothing. All I have to do is get a
Mm.
PS5
Telling you.
or Series X.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
free PS5.
Yeah, it's basically chump change, but on the
That's
other
all it
hand,
is.
yeah.
That's all it is a PS5 or Series X.
Yeah.
They really played me with that.
What? Wait.
Plays like a damn
What?
fiddle.
his if you heard his excuse was literally because we don't want to push his country in more debt. But you just gave companies billions and billions of dollars, and you can't even give people
Yeah.
I
fucking.
don't want to get political,
It
but Mitch
gave
McConnell,
multiple
he needs to get out of
yeah,
there.
it gave multiple countries millions and billions, but the people that need it the most, just measly $600.
Can we just how about we do this? Let's just hit the pause button on all currency. Let's just go and hit pause. Everyone go get whatever you need. Write receipts for whatever you got. Send them all to the government and have one big bonfire.
I already proposed Epic that why don't we just have the government just pay for our eviction and pay for like evictions and unemployment, all that stuff, and then so all we have to do is just focus on
Don't they already
surviving,
pay
pretty
for
much getting money.
unemployment?
So it gets,
Hmm.
yeah, like that would have been better if they would just like, all right,
Here,
everybody,
just
we're shutting down.
nullified all evictions for now.
Yeah, our society, we're shutting down all society. There's curfew, but we'll pay for everybody's eviction, so nobody will get evicted. All you have to do pretty much is go out and go get your food and come right back. You'll have unemployment checks and all that stuff. Like just like stay home until everything dies
But
down.
how many people
Social
would
distance
actually go to
until
work just
everything
to
dies
cook
down and
food for
stuff
you?
will come back.
Hmm.
Like, how
It
many
worked for
people would you actually think would go if it's like, okay, we're shutting down the country, we're shutting down everything, we have a major fuck up here, we need to get it dealt with. How many of you actually think would go into work the next day?
well.
I
It
mean,
kind
the
of
thing
worked.
is, what DC's saying would have worked at the beginning. It's not
Yeah.
going to work now because we have 7 million cases and 300,000 deaths, or over 300,000 deaths. If we had gotten this back when we were still at the double digits, it would have worked, and we would have
Okay.
been good.
Yeah,
But
not to
no
mention the
one cared
evictions
when
and
it first started, and they haven't started caring until after it's got bad. I mean, had they took it seriously when it first started, it just would have died out. It's sort of like how a lot of people took Ebola seriously, even though it never came here to the, you know,
States.
Oh, do you think
here.
that's why no one takes it seriously? Like,
yeah,
legitimately?
Yeah, I think it's
yeah,
because Ebola and Zika never actually made it to the United States. So people are like, oh, neither were Corona, but then Corona did.
yeah. Corona's the
No,
one virus that went to the United States.
Also, it's the president, because to be fair, the Bush administration, the Obama administration, they, not being political, they did, take steps to make sure it didn't come to the States, while
Mm-hmm.
Trump kind of did nothing. No offense to him.
Yeah. Well,
I was. Go ahead.
yeah.
Sorry.
No, I was thinking to myself, yeah, Trump really didn't do nothing that I'm aware of, but besides he caught it. But
Yeah, he did caught
he
it,
caught it
and
like he caught some hands.
I would say actually the opposite. I wouldn't say the opposite, but when the first cases started to get out, we started hearing cases more in China. And when we started hearing about it, it was already late. It was like, I think it was like, was it a year or 2 years ago? It's been such a minute. I think it
yeah,
was
it's
like
a bit over a
2 years.
year ago.
What,
Like
was
maybe like
the
a year or two
Corona?
ago.
Or
But I think when the president knew about it way before anybody else did, and he did nothing about it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think
And
that's
then when
probably
it came over here, he said it was a hoax or not to worry about it. I'm like, had he, with the knowledge he had, because he had more knowledge than we had,
Yeah.
like 100%. Had he done something, it would have helped. No offense to him, it's just, hindsight might be 2020, but it's just do something. Oh,
yeah,
Yeah.
bingo. It's what Epic is what you said. The reason why everybody didn't take it serious is because Trump, the president at the time, where he was literally one of the popular votes, he told everybody not to take it serious. And with
Yeah.
that, I don't think that he had a
Yeah, no
he
one
had
took
a
it
lot of
seriously.
influence.
Not even the legacy news media.
Yeah,
It was
his
You
it's
mean
just
fake
a gimped
news?
out version of the
everybody didn't take
flu,
it
and
serious.
then it showed up here.
You mean fake news?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, fake news. It's all fake. Look at my hair. Look at my wig. I mean, it's not a wig. It's hair.
It's not fake. I mean, it blows like 600 degrees that way, but it's still on my head, so it's real.
Don't worry about it. I'm not a Cheeto. I'm
Yeah,
just a Dorito.
enough of this, enough of this.
It's just Doritos all over my tiny hand.
A little my tech hands all over my bodies.
I like that one.
Sprinkle it on me. Even still now, he's not even trying to do anything to help out with the virus. He's literally just throwing a hissy fit because he lost.
My hands are so tiny, the cheese powder just goes all over my body. That's why I'm orange.
Now it's on my face. Okay, we're gonna stop
Yeah,
roasting
seriously,
the
let's
president.
stop.
Start roasting
This
Sorry,
is the
I'm getting
wrong
ready for
thing
the
we're
big roast
roasting.
section.
This is the
No.
exact
The
wrong thing
best
they're
roast out of
roasting.
Donald Trump is when his wife said that he had a little mush. his dick, his ding, like the toad from Super Mario.
All right, that's it.
Middle's had enough.
Minos just realized I haven't said nothing yet, so yeah.
Middle said,
Okay.
I had enough. Let's go
Yeah,
into
we've
roasting
been
Cyberpunk.
so far off. It was like about a good 3 minutes or so, I feel, or think. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I walked away and got a cookie and came back and y'all were still on there. I'm like, dang.
No, I walked away and got an actual alcoholic drink and came back and like I mixed it. I did a mixed drink too.
I could have got a
don't drink
cookie, but I
alcohol.
remember though I'm hosting.
Epic. I totally forgot. We're at 18.2 million cases of C virus, and deaths we're at 322K.
322. Sorry.
Congratulations.
Mhm.
Congratulations, US. Here's what you won. Nothing in
A
mass
pandemic.
A pandemic.
More
Congratulations.
coffins.
None whatsoever.
Sorry, that got a little more.
Now for the weather.
Yeah.
Death.
Yeah, time for the roast of Cyberpunk 2077.
Okay.
Yeah. The game released, I think, a week ago, correct?
About a week ago. Yeah.
Yeah, Game Awards was trash a week ago, and so was Cyberpunk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think so.
First off,
I think Cyberpunk.
right after release, they apologizing for it turned out to be so broken that that CD Projekt Red turned out to apologize for it. They're even offering refunds.
Yeah, I know. I got my refund.
Yeah, but still.
I'm still waiting for PayPal, but yeah, I got my refund. Go ahead.
And I put a boomer and I place a boomer moment.
Ooh, boomer moment part
But
2.
now, yeah, the thoughts on the apology. I think it definitely served very little. It's a far too little, far too late thing for me.
Now, I will say this about CD Projekt Red. I mean, when Witcher 3 first came out, it was really broken, and then they fixed it after 3 patches. I think Cyberpunk's gonna do that same thing, but at the same time, they really hyped this game up. They showed people gameplay. And this game's been in development for years. I mean, it's
over 8 years.
Like longer than that, because they showed it 8 years back, meaning it was in development before then. And it is just crazy that that this is what we got, because it was in development before Witcher 3 even came out. So yeah. It's just the game's just It just doesn't work. It just doesn't work.
No, correction.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work on consoles. It works on
Yeah.
PC.
Yeah.
On PC.
Yeah,
And
it does work on PC despite it also having a number of glitches, but it's far worse on the console half.
Especially the last gen console, you know, PS4, Xbox One. Like PS5 and Series X, you can at least do something on, but PS4, Xbox One, good luck.
Yeah.
Actually, no, not good luck. It isn't a thing.
That junk looks less than half finished there.
At some points, it looks worse than Deus Ex on a Wii U. I'm like, what the heck happened? I was like, what the heck happened?
I don't blame the developers because I
blame the publisher.
Yeah,
because it's their fault.
Yeah,
I blame them and I blame PR because the publisher said it was done. The developer said no, it wasn't. The publisher said, "Fuck you, we're gonna release it anyway."
Yeah, they said people want it now, so we're gonna release it now. And it's like it wasn't ready. And you can see it wasn't ready.
And they were like, "See."
Yeah. And the patch that's gonna come out February is probably gonna be the patch that fixes everything because that's when it should have came out.
The hot fix.
That honestly was exactly when it should have came out, or possibly later.
Like it wasn't ready, and you could tell it's not ready.
Yeah,
it's still gonna come out.
Now it's forever bad. Thanks.
Yeah, you ruined everyone's goodwill. Congratulations.
You screwed the future of your profits. Like, I want them to imagine that, okay? You took a possible future where you had more millions of dollars in your hands because you couldn't wait for the developers to be like, let us finish the game because you're still paying us, but not as much as we deserve for this game. And now it's got game-breaking glitches because you guys rushed it. Way to go. You're idiots. You publishers suck.
It was really to be honest, I wasn't really that interested in Cyberpunk because I've been hearing on Twitter that some people saying, well, it's the gamer's fault because they was asking to release it. And as soon as they release it, it's broken. I'm like, it's not the gamer's fault. At that point, it's more of the publisher. Like we say, it's the publisher's fault because they say
this is on the publisher more than the gamers.
Yeah, because the thing is, it doesn't matter if someone wants to release something. Release. It's like if I'm making something that's not ready, they're like, Epic release it. No, no. I'm gonna release it when it's ready.
The only way you don't get to release it on the day you want to is like this scenario where the publishers were like, you have to release it or you're not getting paid. Yeah. Bitch, I make the game, I will release it whenever the fuck I want.
Yeah. And the people who were sitting there sucking off CD Projekt Red before this came out, like, oh, you know, they just made one mess up. No, Witcher 3 came out broken. It just wasn't this broken. And then they had to fix that after 3 months. And then this did it. Witcher 2 did that same thing. It's like, these games do this. And CD Projekt Red wants to release these games because they don't want to keep delaying them. And it's like, oh my God.
It's understandable that you don't want to delay your games. But it's also understandable that you have a game where you're completely happy with how it actually turns out before you release it.
And now the releases are broken enough that Sony and Microsoft pulled them from their digital shelves and offered refunds for them.
Yes, sir. Wow, I got my refund back because I should have just got Immortal Phoenix Rise. I should have just got that game.
Yeah.
You should have just got that game. You should have got Immortal Phoenix Rising.
Yeah.
And see,
the game that did not get that much attention for some fucking reason, and it's an amazing game.
It's so good.
No attention to it whatsoever.
It's so phenomenal. I love it.
It's because they didn't really advertise that game for some reason.
Yeah.
I will say, though, there's the monsters in it kind of annoy me. Just as a personal thing. Because I'm very Greek mythology influenced in my life, where I've studied it, I've read several books about it. That kind of annoys me. But overall, it's a beautiful game. It runs rather quite nicely and smooth. And there's not much else you can say about it besides it's like a genuine, nice solo player game.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, they really should advertise the game more. That's actually a good game, and it runs well on all those platforms, unlike another game.
Mhm.
Cyberpunk
Yeah, it really
2077.
messed.
Cyberpunk 2077 is gonna be forever known as bad until 2077. This game is just
This game
just
is
not
already
good.
being compared to Fallout 76 because things have gotten that bad, but we're not going there just yet. Going
I don't
back
want
to
to speak on
what
that game right now because that game that you just said made me mad. And I told Hotsot I'm not trying to speak on it unless they do something crazy.
Unless they do another like really dumb bug or really somehow pull it from the dumpster fire it's currently sitting in, he
They
won't.
say, "Yo, let's burn it some more." But yeah.
Hang on. Let me say it like this: Cyberpunk 2077. I'm not saying it's a bad game. It's just buggy.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
Like the story in it is good. Like a CD Projekt Red, you know, they make good stories for their games. At least Witcher 2 and 3. I've never played Witcher 1. I don't want to play it because I feel like it's gonna age terribly after I played 2 and 3. But in 2 and 3 had great story. So CD Projekt Red have good stories, and Cyberpunk, from what I've seen, has good story. It just doesn't run, and that's the problem. Is if you can't play the game, there's no point in it having a good story because you can't play it.
Like, yeah, if it's buggy, if you like, it can have a good story all it's want, but if it's buggy as hell, if you can't play it, then I don't give a fuck about that story. I just can't play it.
You have to have great balance for good games.
Because a good game can make up for a bad story, but a good story can't make up for a bad game. You know?
And the thing for that is, it would have been better if they didn't lie about it. It also didn't help that they lied about it. They intentionally did not put up the console version. What they could have did was like, all right, we're gonna release it for if you have a PS5 and Scorpio, play it then, and if you have a PC, play it there. But we're not releasing it on the console version. We're going to release it for PC, and then we're going to take some time to perfect the console version, and then when we're finished with it, we'll release it.
Could have did that. Released on February, which is probably when it's going to be actually ready.
Yeah.
Birthday month. Oh my god!
But instead,
they didn't do it because of shareholders. I can tell you that one.
Yeah, of course.
And as a result, to continue this downward spiral, they ended up losing $1 billion since their launch. As Hotsop pointed out earlier, they really messed up their stock.
I know, with the banana-colored apology, like, we're sorry. Like, we didn't mean to release it in this broken state. I'm sure you that our devs, please don't put the devs under the bus. I'm pretty sure that the devs did all they could in the time limit that you gave them. They probably just needed more time if you let them have the time, but they didn't.
If I was one of those devs and they threw me under the bus like that, I would be making some really hidden Easter eggs, talking about how the publishers are fucking dumb, how, like, I would model a monster to look exactly like the publishers getting shot by paintball guns or something, in a hidden level where you would have to literally break the game to find this secret level.
Well, technicality, that's the whole game, but
very true.
But honestly, I feel bad for the devs. Like I said, feel bad for the devs here. They didn't really need to make an apology or anything. What they just needed was time. And I think that's also what the problem was with Witcher 3. I think with Witcher 3 when it released, I think that they also didn't have time either. And I think we're going to keep seeing this trend with CD Projekt Red, because it's not how the game launched, it's how the game destination will be. Some shit like that.
And that's gonna be the problem, I think, with CD Projekt Red games going forward. Is we're gonna have to get used to, which is terrible. Their games launching broken, and then you wait in 2-3 months, and then it's actually the game it should have been. And I mean, look how long people waiting for No Man's Sky by Hello Games, I think was the name of that developer, to get good. They waited like 6 months before the game actually became what it was marketed to be. Halo Master Chief Collection, you had to wait almost a year before you could finally play an online match. It's just crazy what's happening with these games.
Yeah, part of this is why there is a wait 6 months camp.
And that's why I tell people I don't be buying games day one anymore. Like Smash Brothers, I bought that day one, and I wasn't let down on that. But it's just really hard to buy games day one because it's like if I wait 6 months, it's gonna be marked down from 60 to like 40 or something like that, and it'll actually be a finished game. So should I get
it? Like a really good game.
Yeah. So
like,
it's just really
Call
hard.
of Duty doesn't really change in prices unless it's hot garbage.
Yeah. And the thing about Call of Duty is at least with that I know I'm getting, because every Call of Duty essentially is the same Call of Duty. Like World War or Cold War? Cold War is essentially the same as the one that came before it. It just Cold War. So, yeah.
But the beta was hot garbage.
That beta was hot garbage.
No. It was weird. The alpha was good because the problem with this Call of Duty game is, like I said, don't waste your money and time or anything. It's really, really fast for unnecessary reasons. You feel like you die 10 times faster than you need to. It's just, after a while, it gets annoying. It is arcade.
No.
Like Call of Duties.
I'm willing to bet they purposely made it bad, the beta bad, to make the actual game look 10 times better on completion.
Well, that's the thing. The alpha was so good. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, the alpha was good. And they realized that, oh crap, if we don't make a better finished game, then we're going to look like idiots, because the alpha was pretty much, there were still bugs, but that's a game, bugs. If in the alpha, it was near completion, but when they did the beta, they purposely took out code. I'm willing to bet they purposely took out code, especially for like the motorbikes, to make them run smoother and stuff.
But they did something. That frame rate ain't adding up.
It wasn't, because you take the frame rate that you got for an entire hour, it didn't even add up to double digits.
Speaking of that, have y'all noticed the playing the Call of Duty World at War? I'm playing that one and doing the whatever it's called, Battle Royale version of it. So I'm playing that, and if you try to open like one of the crates that has your loadouts, you can sometimes like freeze. Like you can't take anything out, and you're literally stuck there. Like the only thing you can really do is just drop whatever you have, and you're stuck there until you die.
Wow.
It's so bad.
Yeesh. Going back to bad bugs and going back on topic, what were some of the bugs you guys saw for Cyberpunk 2077?
I saw what I call the Assassin's Creed Unity bug, where they have no face. That bug's always fun to see.
Yeah.
I saw a bug where it's like, you know how you're talking to like a hologram in certain parts of the scene, depending on how far you're in? There were parts where that hologram were like completely shifted like 3 feet to the left. Like legitimately, instead of it looking like one model, it's shifted.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even appropriate for the scenes you were implying. Like, it was just one of those, oh yeah, and it's like one of those things where it's like, okay, you just finished a mission, now you're going to talk to this asshole.
I'm going to be right back.
Oh, wait.
We're
about to roast, and you're going?
Oh my god.
No, I'm picking up something. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Alright.
Like he's not the epic.
Yeah.
I think my favorite bug is really like when the car is just like, I think I saw it on Smash stream. The car got too close to another car and they just start glitching out, going under the world, over the world. Like the collision detection is like so fucked.
Yeah.
How did this get approved?
And this is related to a bug I saw where the drivers were just straight up going passing through the cars. Not going past the cars, passing through the cars. Normally he would have just crashed there, but no, he just passed through all those cars.
Yeah.
And then another strange bug, another strange dialogue related bug, where that same button also happened to be where you pick up items. And then they accidentally picked up an item and skipped a few parts of dialogue, unfortunately. That one's a weirder
lagging,
one.
sir. You're lagging. You're lagging.
Ooh.
Minos.
Yes.
Minos was lagging.
Oh,
Yeah,
what?
I was telling Minos he's lagging.
Yeah, you were kind of lagging as you were trying to talk about that part.
So I was lagging while I was talking about that dialogue bug.
Yeah.
It figures.
Well, yeah, because you're talking about dialogue and it's a bug.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah, it was the PC version, and that happened to have the same button as the pick up items button. Disaster ensued. And the funniest one I've seen, if you've seen the character customization, right after character customization, if your character had a penis, it was still flopping all around. It was still flopping all around exposed.
Yo, let me tell you one bug I saw, which I thought this bug would die with the next gen console, but it never did. Is you fall to the stage. I'm like, is there gonna be a generation where we're gonna have a game that doesn't happen in?
Bro, what you cooking over there? What you cooking?
Yeah, and also, yes, you heard me right when I said that the character's penis was just still exposed, still through their clothes.
Oh yeah, you can customize your schlong inside.
You can customize your
Yeah.
schlong.
You can legit customize your schlong.
But just the utterance of it, it's like, oh yeah, you can customize your schlong. Like you can be a real bro, okay? Like
Customize it is
don't give him a
Yeah.
micro dick, but you can customize his schlong.
Penis one supremacy, by the way.
It's not that deep. You can either give yourself a vagina, or you can give yourself a medium-sized penis or a big penis. And I gave my character a big penis because I was like, I'm gonna live in a virtual world. I want to live good in a virtual world.
You're scared of the isekai moment where it's like, if I become this character in real life, I'd rather have it fully stacked.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's it.
In the case, I've seen some characters do. I've seen some people do futanari characters, but the most disappointing part was the breast size. The breast size. Your max is C. Your max is a C cup. That is just not acceptable.
Wait. C as in American or C as in like Japanese?
C cup is an American.
Okay.
No, not E or L.
You say you can't have no D.
That's the biggest you can go.
Your boobs cannot be bigger than your forehead. Your boobs cannot reach over your stomach. It has to be perfectly on your chest, like a normal person.
He was upset. He was like, "Dang, you CD Projekt Red."
Yeah, that was just messed up.
As much as I love you guys, this sounds more like a guy conversation.
Yeah.
No, girls. No, this is also a girl can get into this conversation. I know some girls would be like, "Yeah, why can I not have a dick?"
Yeah. We went to school with some of them.
Yeah.
Keyword: some females.
Yeah. Sometimes it was a female-generated conversation. Actually, I think it was females that started the whole conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of them that are far bigger than D. But in the case of the game, their maximum is a C cup. Yeah, that just won't fly.
We'll stop talking about it.
I knew something was wrong when I found that out.
The last thing I'll say on it is like, if you find characters that put out videos, you just gonna make.
I can barely hear you.
Epic, you're breaking up. We can't hear you.
God no, I'm down here cooking.
Yeah, you're getting some food.
I
I'm over
picked
there
with
like,
that coach
damn.
thing, but no,
But
Epic,
people
try to
did
adjust your mic, please.
people did blow the customization out of proportion. I thought we would be able to customize like what if I can have a cyber penis or something?
Yeah.
Well,
Or like a
you would
basketball
think with all the
or-
upgrades you could do in that game, like the thing they talk about, like as an Android game. Fuck.
you can cook with cocaine. That's what you should be able to do in a game.
Well, no. Well, maybe, but I was more thinking like the what do you call it? I can't even think right now. Saints Row 4. I was expecting that kind of customization, where it's like, oh yeah, you can make, as long as you imagine it and you take time, you can make a lot of stuff in that game. I was expecting that kind of customization.
Yeah,
At least it's better
Saints
than
Row 3's
Pokemon.
customization was really fun.
At least it's better than Pokemon's.
Yeah.
It's not better than Xenoblade Chronicles X though. Okay.
I don't want to talk about that.
The Japanese version, at least. The American version lets you do nothing.
Oh. Yeah.
Why are you saying, oh, you know that was going to be the freaking case anytime America gets its hands on something, they always fuck something up.
Yeah,
But if you still interested
especially if there's a breast slider or anything.
But like, if you're still interested in Cyberpunk, if you don't care about all the bugs and all this stuff, you can still go for it. I recommend you just wait for the next gen versions if you got next gen console.
I mean, if you played Elder Scrolls Oblivion and had no problem, you wouldn't have any problem with Cyberpunk. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm waiting for the next gen versions, like the Series X and the PS5. Then I'll buy it again to see how the next gen versions stack up for the previous version. But this whole thing was about ultimately everybody agrees that this game is a disaster, right? And everybody agrees that it's not the developer's fault. It's pretty much the publisher. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of on both. It's kind of on the publisher. Yeah, it's kind of on both the publisher and the developer.
I wouldn't put it. I wouldn't say it's the developer's fault. They said it was. The developers even said it wasn't done, and give them more time, but the publisher didn't. So I wouldn't really pass the developer.
Yeah.
I rarely blame the developers, but everyone seems to blame developers. Like, whenever something goes wrong with Smash, everyone blames Sakurai. I'm like, can we, blame the publisher at any point? No.
Nah. Can't do that. Ever.
Aw.
As much as they need it, you can't do that. It's not our fault. You guys should have just coded faster and done it better. It's like you can't shoot the messenger. But that's bullshit. I can shoot a messenger if I try. Hell, Vlad the Impaler one time he felt so disrespected by a messenger that he nailed their fucking religious icons to their heads. And scooped the dead bodies back. Sorry, random fact.
I'm just tired of these. I'm tired of these companies sitting there like, oh, we can't delay. Yes, you can. Like, listen, my thing is this. I've said this to Hotshot multiple times, and please agree with me on this. I'm tired of developers announcing games way before they've even went gold. If this was me, I wouldn't announce a game ever until it already went gold, so that the chance of it getting delayed are slim to none.
Yep.
And if it does get delayed, it only need to be delayed once.
You should not delay.
Also, for the people who's like, it was in development for 8 years. How is it not done for 8 years? It was working on The Witcher. Don't forget, it was working on other IPs while it was working on.
They have other projects that take priority.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys ready? Oh yeah, this was just discovered yesterday. Are you guys ready for the worst offense that I've seen?
What?
All right,
Go
the
ahead.
save files. So apparently, if you go over 8 megabytes of in the save file, like playing the game in general, then it corrupts and you're unable to get to it. Even after this junk is patched out, you're still unable to get that fixed. So once you go over 8 megs, you are screwed with a tire iron.
Screwed with a tire iron.
Excuse me.
Yeah. To quote this,
What is with the companies messing up on save file? Like, literally, you should just be able to save. That's been something you've been able to do since, what, like the late 80s. I don't understand why the companies have a problem with that.
apparently.
Say what you've been saying all this time, this whole time. Clearly, the game wasn't fixed. The game wasn't ready. They pushed it out, and here's what you get. That's forever bad. There's really not much I can say anything else.
I agree.
And then,
Oh yeah,
CD Projekt Red lost $1 billion too.
According to this tweet, to me, I am collecting too many crafting supplies, which is actually what you need to get even better weapons and junk. Like, we'll end up messing up your game. We'll also messes up your game playing for too long.
Yep.
And from what I've seen on another report, they're gonna patch it out. But once again, if this happens to you, you're screwed.
Well, there's really nothing you can do, really. Just hope that
Tell me, does this make sense? You'll get punished for playing the game for a long period of time.
Yep.
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
No sense at all.
Don't play Cyberpunk. Don't play it.
Mm-mm.
This is Elder Scrolls Oblivion all over again.
Yeah.
No, it's actually worse.
It's worse, but yeah. I actually like that game, but that game had so many.
You basically have to speed run this hoe in order to finish it at this point.
No, it's impossible because you can't speed run it because it's a long ass game.
No, you can speed run it. They got enough bugs in them where you could speed run it.
I doubt that.
I don't.
I'm
sure there's someone in there that's found a glitch that's probably like you get a rare drop gun from killing this mafia guy. And I'm sure you could like shoot a car or do some other stupidness to speed run it.
Well, I don't want to spoil it, but in order for you to do that, you gotta go extremely high in the air if you want to finish the game.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's possible because I'm going to go ahead and let some of you people know a secret. Developers put in special tracks to speedrun games just to make sure that they can test it beforehand. They tried to block those paths as they find them, and they're not testing anymore. But some people find a way to reopen them. Put it that way.
But it's more of a, because this is an RPG, you have to talk to people. It's more of a, something has to spawn for you to end the game. Something has to spawn in order to get to that final mission in order for you to beat the game. And that's where one of the problems is. People are quoting that the last thing, the thing that you need to spawn to get to the last part of the game is bugged. It's bugged and you can't get to it. Some people are reporting on that. So some people can't even finish the game.
That sucks.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe that somebody can speed run it, but the likelihood of somebody speed running a game and then just playing it regularly for them not to have a file, that's highly unlikely. I wouldn't think that somebody's intention is to speed run Cyberpunk. I think their intention is to play Cyberpunk.
Yeah. Their intention is to really play Cyberpunk
straight up. There's a straight up YouTube channel that's dedicated to do speedruns.
Definitely.
The average consumer person who just wants to play the game.
Yeah, average. Let's see. I'm going to check real quick to see if there is a speed run of Cyber.
Yeah, there probably is already by now. The good chances are they've beaten the game that way, but
No. I think I'm mishearing what I'm saying. I'm saying there probably is a way for you to speed run it. There's always a way to speed run a game.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that for the file size to corrupt over time, and for somebody, and like most people just wants to play the game normally, that's highly unlikely if somebody wants to speed run the game. Like, I didn't pay $60 to speed run a game. I paid $60 to play the game.
yeah,
Yeah.
pay to play the game to the fullest. Not just play a game only and get completely messed up for life because of a bug. And once again, this is the worst bug of them all.
I'm pretty sure that the fact that you can speed run it, because all you need is is there supposed to be a key quest that needs to spawn in. If you can get it to spawn in, it's right to the ending.
Fastest times I'm seeing so far is 3 hours and 35 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, I understand what DC's saying. He's saying that yes, possible.
Oh no,
the average person is not going to speed run the game.
Yes, I understand that.
No. He was curious about the speed times too.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I wonder who's the fastest also. But if it's like 3 hours, that's still gonna. Oh, if you don't pick up anything, you should be fine. If you're gonna do it within 3 hours.
You guys got any further topics before we move on?
This game was shit. Should not be pushed out the way it is. 2020 has been a train wreck.
It's trash. Developers shouldn't have released it. Or not developers. Publishers shouldn't have released it. They should list the developers. That's all I say.
Yeah, same.
The worst year for the, like, I wouldn't say the worst year, but it's been a pretty bad year for the United States.
Agreed.
Nicole,
So
anything?
say,
Nicole, you got anything else?
Yeah, no, we've been through a recession, right? It was when I was younger, but people have been through a recession, right, where people couldn't find a job. I clearly say that's I clearly say that's one of the bad parts of the year. That's the worst year.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Nicole. San Diego, talk.
Going once, going twice.
She gone.
Yeah.
Just like that, we're going on to the next one.
Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
All right, final topic in this one. Final topic in this is honestly a pretty silly one. Just back to our regularly scheduled visual and there. Oh yeah. You guys ever ended up having to actually name someone else's kid?
No.
Apparently that disaster fell into this guy, and even worse, this was on accident.
Like Epic, I don't have any children.
I'm confused.
Yeah. So a man accidentally named his nephew after a Pokemon.
Cool.
Which Pokemon? Yeah, but the question is which Pokemon?
How? That's the question.
Bro, his wife should have beat the shit out of him.
No, his mother should have beat the shit out of the uncle and just beat the shit out of him.
No, that belongs to both parents. They both should just beat him. I don't condone it, of course, but still.
No,
anyway,
rough 18 years.
Sorry, I'm assuming it's a brother, but bro.
I'm just saying how, because Pokemon have very unique names. Like, how
would
you accidentally name?
Well, technically, they just name it as they see it. I mean, that's what he could have done with this kid.
What's your name?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Is
Your name is
Rat-a-tat here?
Pikachu.
Yeah, in the back of a van after they were playing. So in the back of a van they were playing. Yeah, the guy in question was playing Pokemon Sword, and he caught Zacian, the mascot for Pokemon Sword, and he ended up accidentally naming the kid Zacian.
How does that work?
How you accidentally name a kid Zashi?
No, how does he name the kid that while he's in the back of a van?
Yeah, he was playing the
Pokemon.
game.
Did someone on the phone call him and say, "Hey, what's your name for a son?" Shush. Yes, sure.
Yeah, pretty much.
No.
Yeah, pretty much.
So what? Like the uncle was asking for the brother what's his name, and the brother was like,
Yeah.
how about Zaishian? And the brother's like, all right, we're going with Zaishian.
Yeah,
I'm saying
turns out the parents left the name into the. Turns out the parents left a name to this guy, and he ended up naming him Zash. He ended up naming him Zacian on accident, and he decided, you know what? Actually quoting, while they're discussing potentially unique names. While they were discussing potentially unique names, I kept overhearing they wanted to begin with the letter Z. I jokingly suggested, hey, Zacian's a cool name, it means sword in Japanese. My mother and family loved it, so now it's official.
Okay.
There you go. It's not a bad name anymore.
Yeah.
The family loves it, so who am I to say it's not?
Well, it turned out good in the long run. Except it
I'm
actually.
surprised Pokemon hasn't sued him for using the name.
That makes no sense.
That's surprised Nintendo didn't sue him for using that name.
Exactly.
Except that doesn't. Except Zacian does not mean sword at all in Japanese.
Yeah. I understand that, but still.
Hey, he thought it was a cool name.
Yeah, he thought it was a cool name. Thankfully, it worked out in the long run, or he actually would have been beaten by both parents.
Why?
That is,
I mean, the kid is obviously going to grow up with the nickname Zach. He instead of his teacher going Shashigan, Cyan, CCN. Hey Z, where the fuck are you? Instead the teacher's going like that. It's like, just call me Zach. Just FYI. You'll see ZAC and a bunch of different letters. Just call me Zach.
Two things out of this whole thing. There is no rush name to call your child Dick or Richard. There is no rush name to call your fucking child Bastard or Vagina. Like, as long as you stay away from the bad names, pretty much. I don't think there's any wrong calling your child.
His last name is Beans.
Yeah.
Well,
The thing I was
know
talking about,
that
if you're gonna name your child from a video game, why Pokemon? All the things. Like, they could have named him from a movie. Like, I think Maximilian named his daughter Ripley.
Question is, why did someone write this in a news article?
They're bored.
Yeah, they were bored and found something really strange.
I know a kid named Pooh Bear and frickin' Pumpkin. But you don't hear me getting a story wrote about their names, how their parents are flipping dumbasses and just decided to go with the first thing they saw.
Oh yeah,
it's a news day.
Hang on. Next thing. I understand you want to name your kids exotic names, like something that's never been heard before. But if you're gonna do that, have something like weeks ahead, and don't just do something stupid like I'm gonna name my my little girl Tyranitar.
No, it's like getting a tattoo called it's like getting a tattoo in like Chinese or Japanese kanji, and you wanted to say like I am great or the greatest, and it's actually like shithead or just it. Like, kanji is hard if you don't know what you're actually getting on your arm, and it's just funny to watch people go, and then you actually get it translated by someone that knows kanji. He's like, oh no, that doesn't say love. That says dumb or shit or barbecue.
I don't like. I can't see the same from having a kanji name that's messed up to having a name like shithead or Sharika or Lahara or anything like that. Just what's up with the exotic names? If you're gonna have an exotic name, have one beforehand, or just name a regular ass name. There's nothing wrong with Cody or Zach or Davis.
Yeah, seriously, there's nothing wrong with either of them.
No. I gotta name my child Litwick or
Darmanitan.
Or Darmanitan.
Name Cider.
Or Ellie or Abby. Ew, who wants to name the child Abby?
Onyx. Your name is
Onyx.
Onyx.
Even worse. Oh, even Onyx? Worse. Imagine naming Onyx your baby girl Jinx.
I don't know what you're talking about. Onyx sounds like he's going to be a strong motherfucker.
No. I'm saying if you're going to have an exotic name, have one beforehand.
Like, oh, yeah, no. I understand that, but if you're going to name your kid after a Pokemon, like what Pokemon would you name it after? And just for clarification, you can give it a nickname from the Pokemon's name. So, like Pikachu, it could be
Lucario.
Like Lucario? Okay.
That way you can call him Luke.
All right.
I personally wouldn't do that at all.
Nope, you can't escape this. Your kid is going to be named after a Pokemon. What's its name?
Oh.
Who's that kid?
Helios, because I know everybody. Yeah, Helios only because I know everybody ain't gonna, because not gonna really pronounce that. That's the only thing that's come to mind.
Okay.
What's come to mind? What's come to mind would be Lilligant, because I'd get away with calling her Lily as a nickname. But that's in case of a baby girl. I have no idea yet in case of a baby boy.
Probably Cloister. Just to really
fuck with it. No, that one's bad.
I know, just to fuck with him. He's going to be having a hard shell after his life.
Oh, no. If you want a bad Pokemon name, just call him Rattata.
No, Clefairy.
Come here, little Raticate. Yeah.
Come here, Clefairy.
Yo, if it's a girl, call him Goldie, bro. Let's go.
No, Jinx. Call her Jinx.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I do have a funny idea, and pretty good idea for a boy's name after all. I'll just name him Sea King.
There you go.
There you go.
I changed Gengar. I'm gonna name my child named King.
You gotta name your kid a Pokemon name. Go.
What?
Yeah. No thinking about it.
What did you say?
What's okay? Your kid has to have a name, and it can only be Pokemon, because that's how adamant someone is about it. What's the Pokemon you choose? You can choose if it's a boy or a girl. So.
If I gotta choose based off of Pokemon, I want my kid's name to be kind of based off of Onyx.
Okay.
See, she agrees. Onyx.
Yeah.
Onyx is a strong. Onyx is going to grow up and be a strong motherfucker. I'm just saying. That's what I said.
Nah, bro. Onyx is gonna grow up and be strong. Because people gonna pick on them because their name Onyx, so they have to get strong so they don't get beat up.
That's better than Geo, dude.
No, it's better than Sharpedo. No, because just think about when the teacher reads out the name for the first time. Sharpedo.
That's just.
I disagree.
No.
Geo, dude.
Yeah, he did.
Or Executor. Yeah, Executor also sounds like it's going to be some problems.
Executor.
Or Doug Trio.
That kid's gonna have a long neck.
Pokemon's more well known. I doubt that teachers will screw that up.
Yeah, unless either they hadn't played Pokemon at all, or they're too old to even know of it.
I don't know.
No.
Outside
It's like
I had a teacher who
generations,
didn't know who
like three
Mario
of
was. So I don't know. We had a teacher who didn't know who Mario was. So Mario's more popular than Pokemon. But there's people who don't know who
Yeah.
Mario
we
is.
had a teacher that didn't know who Flash was, and that was when Flash on Netflix became like the #1 Netflix TV series for a couple months.
So if there's people who don't know who Mario and Flash are, I'm pretty sure there's people who don't know who Pokemon are.
Yeah.
You know, because those are bigger
Alright.
franchises than Pokemon.
All right. Pick a name. Pick a main character's name from a video game series that you would name your child.
From any anime?
No, not anime. Video game series.
Oh,
Main character in the video game series. What name would you use to name your child?
Gene. Yeah,
And I'm
Gene
doing
from God Hand.
what?
Gene from God Hand.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Main character.
Ring a bell from Bravely Default.
All right.
Okay. Let's go.
Isaac Clarke from Dead Space, because my last name is Clarke and I gotta do it. I
Oh.
gotta do it.
We still live.
Yes,
Yeah,
we
we
are.
You're live.
You gotta make sure.
No, she did.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but this topic was talking about how a guy accidentally named his nephew after a Pokemon. That's how we got on this topic.
Oh, okay.
And at least his name is after a legendary and not with the. It's not like with just any random Pokemon you find in the woods.
Yeah.
Probably Ezio from Assassin's Creed. Ezio.
Ezio Auditore. Ooh, foreign.
Nah, my dad just likes video games.
Yeah.
Like that's what he grows up with until middle school, and he starts getting into girls or guys. Then he would probably start speaking Italian.
Or that conversation with like, Dad, why do you name me my name? I just play a lot of video games.
Well, son, it started long ago in a conference called Skype. I know you don't know what that is, son, but it happened.
It happened. It existed years ago.
I was sitting around a council of intelligent people, craftsmen and wizards in their own fields. We spoke highly of heroes that we knew long ago. And we decided to name our kids after these forgotten heroes. So yeah.
Especially Dead Space. Rest in peace, Dead Space. You'll never get that back up again because EA is not gonna. Horror games. We don't make horror games. Don't we own Dead Space? Oh, that's the secret. Oh God.
That's why they think we make horror games. Okay, ban it. Get the ban hammer and ban it.
Ubisoft finally realized they had the license to Scott Pilgrim, and EA finally realized, oh, we do have Skate. Oh my God.
Yeah. Are they good? Yeah, I doubt they're gonna do that with Dead Space. However.
Yeah, Dead Space ain't ever coming back because it performed poorly. Because they thought we went for Dead Space for like, I don't know what they thought we went Dead Space for. Dead Space is a horror game. That's what we enjoyed it for. Anyway.
Yeah. They kicked it to the curb like Capcom did Darkstalkers.
They did that so accidentally, but it worked out so incredibly.
I played the first one. I didn't really care for it that much.
I like the models in it as like I wasn't drawn in by the story or anything. I was more drawn in by how good everything looked.
So that's everything everyone's got, right?
I love Dead Space. I love Dead Space 1 and I love Dead Space 2. Dead Space 3 is still controversial. I'm still beating Dead Space 1. I beat 2, but I got halfway to 3 and I don't know. I just don't want to play it anymore.
You don't?
I never played any of the games at all, to be honest.
Play it. You need to play all of them.
I played none of
That's
to
them.
what we
play
should
with.
do.
I need a co-op partner to play
No,
with,
that's what we should do. We should have
and I don't
a
have
day.
friends. So
That's
Yes,
a
you
day
do.
where we need to like come together. We have to find a location and set up set up some systems together, but make sure everyone's social distancing if y'all want to do that, and do like let's do a campaign or let's do a co-op. Everyone join in. Co-op.
Hmm. Seems like a good idea.
yeah, Nicole San Diego. If you could name your child from a video game, any main character from a video game, what would you name your child?
Hmm. Hmm. I don't even know, honestly. Yeah, I'm gonna have to give me a moment to think on it and come back to me.
All right.
Yeah.
Are
Question:
you sure?
Can you do like Zelda?
I could probably do Zelda.
Well, no, I'm asking because technically they are important to the game, but they're not the main character of the game.
Mm,
If I'm saying Link
mm.
is a badass male character, man, I can give you that one.
Hmm.
I'm gonna name my child Link. Oh hell yeah!
Good name mine Harry Potter.
Do it. Don't do
That way, every Wednesday he gets called. Oh, Harry, are you a wizard?
you a wizard
Like,
now, city.
just be like
You
Wizard
are a
Wednesday.
wizard.
Like every
Dumbledore, why
day,
does
just
you sound procrastinated? Because I am, kiddo.
like every birthday, just have a like different Harry Potter theme to it. Welcome to the Gryffindor household.
Oh, they
Have
about to
a
make a
If I
a PS5 game of a Harry Potter game.
But it's so I can't get over how bad the PS2 game was. Just how bad.
It's about Chamber of Secrets.
Yeah,
We don't talk about that right here. I had that for PC.
yeah.
Don't talk about that.
We do talk about it just because of how bad it is. Okay, like how do you screw up the timing mechanism so bad that you can't complete any freaking spells?
'Cause I don't know. In Chamber of Secrets, a lot of 2 people died. That's all I remember.
All I remember is trying to brew a freaking potion in one of the classes, and could never brew it because the time you're supposed to hit it was so off center from it, and then you had to like really guess where the marking actually is. Like you have X0 or X circle, square, and triangle. So I'm doing this spell, and like it's supposed to be where it goes in the middle between 2 squares, this rectangle. You're supposed to hit it while it's in the middle.
Mhm.
But for me, it was like, oh, once it's like scrolling completely off screen, then you hit it.
Yeah.
And it's like, what?
The
It
game
took
was
me a
not
while
good.
for me to figure out, but it was just that one potion. It wasn't any other potion but that one potion that was like that. I don't know if I got a bug copy or what, but it was just a pain in the ass.
Oh man.
I don't even think I made it that far, honestly. I think I was playing it like a few minutes. It was just kind of boring and kind of janky, so I don't want to play with you anymore.
Oh yeah.
Like I feel like Harry Potter
I
would be
did
a
have.
lot better in VR.
Oh yeah, I did have one Harry Potter game, but was that Quidditch game for the GameCube. It was honestly pretty fun.
I think that the Harry Potter game it would be so much better with either AR or VR. Just because you could actually control the movement and feel like you're more of an actual wizard. And then with technology as it is now, you can make a really dope Harry Potter VR game.
Yeah. Either through the normal circumstances of that world, or I just have another Quidditch game.
Quidditch would be really interesting on it, honestly. Like you get to choose what role you want to play.
Mhm.
Be a beater, be the snitch catcher.
All right.
Mhm.
I guess you got any more topics?
So that's everything. Yeah, that's everything we have.
All right.
All right. Well, I'm gonna do my outro real quick. Like,
Mhm. Before we go out, is there anything else we want? Was there anything else we would like to say to end the year?
end of the year. Stay safe, guys. Don't do anything stupid, please.
Yeah, please.
We'll make it out of this. I promise.
Let's hope the rest of this year goes as well as next year.
Buy
Whatever
the
crap
vaccine.
happens, whatever it may be.
Fill my stocks, bro. Buy the vaccine. I want to see those stocks skyrocket.
Like I said, though, if John Ossoff, whatever. If John gets elected to be our senator, you need to sell quick because he's gonna make the price of medicine go really down for everyone else. So your stocks will start to plummet.
I hope it makes
Mhm.
things go down. Shoot.
Well, no, it will go down, but you'll lose money in stocks for the vaccine, is what I'm telling you.
No, like
Yeah, that's not
what I'm
the
saying,
politics
like
for one
now.
night.
As
Seriously.
soon as it's up its all time high, I can just sell it. Sell
No,
it.
he's gonna make it cost a lot less, which means you'll get a lot less, even though a million more people buy it.
I know. That's why I said I'm going to sell it before.
Yeah, you
That's
guys,
what I
let's
mean.
stop. Let's just get
Anyway.
into these outros.
Yeah, but as far as future, I hope everyone's safe for the rest of the year. I hope that everyone's prepared for next year. And I hope y'all get what y'all want for Christmas.
Okay.
Or whatever holiday y'all celebrate.
All right, DC.
All right. Well,
DC out. Let's just go.
Nicole San Diego.
Y esta es Nicole Saniego. Feliz Navidad y prospero Año Nuevo. This is Nicole in English. This is
Gracias.
Nicole Saniego.
Gracias.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Gracias.
And this has been Master Minnows saying Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and hope nothing gets even worse. Just kidding. Things will probably get worse.
and this has been Epic Steve the Big Boss of the podcast. You guys have a good one. Peace.
Be seeing ya.
This is
I gotta ask him that. You remember Cas de la Agua? Shit. Yeah, I gotta text him that.